Ladies and gentlemen, all right, we're here. We're ready. I'm ready, at least. Grolix, are you ready?
Oh, hell yeah. Let's get this going.
I'm glad that you're ready. Welcome, everybody here. Thank you for your patience and waiting. This is Low Kick Online for Mortal Kombat 11. Our production staff is somehow surviving through this. We'll check back later. That's the least of our concerns. If you still see our faces by the time the match starts, then we have an issue. Someone check in on Seth if our faces are still here. Once again, you are watching some MK11, brought to you in part by GovX. It's GovX, right? I want to make sure I get that right because I look at it and I want to say GovX, but that's not the case. It's GovX. This is actually a qualifier for that 1K.
Yeah,
GovX?
It's gov, like .govx, yeah.
Okay, all right, GovX. All right, just making sure. It's a qualifier for that $1,000 prize pool. That's going to be an event happening Saturday, March 27th at 5 p.m. Pacific. There's more information on the Low Kick eSports Twitter. So definitely check that out. Super important. And everyone that's tuned, thank you so much. Grolix, how are you doing?
Me? Yeah, not too shabby. Not too bad. Ready for some MK11. Looks like the bracket's already starting to move. So
right,
ready to get right into it. How about yourself?
I'm doing real good. It's been a bit since I've watched some Mortal Kombat 11 action. I'm glad to be here, seeing some familiar names and faces. Of course, Dylan Lloyd is making some representation out here. Played a couple different characters by the looks of it this time around, including Rambo, which is going to be fun to see. One of the newer characters added to the roster. And of course, later on in the bracket, we do have Low Kick's own Shady. And of course, Bacon Lord is somewhere to be seen, just hiding in the works.
Yeah, he's playing his match. Winner of his match will fight against Dylan Lloyd.
Dylan is a lord in some regard. You know, you're not wrong.
He definitely is. That's totally true. And then we have Aztec Get Wrecked. You know, a couple pretty big names here. Zintai is in the bracket as well.
Yes.
So yeah, should be a good one.
Absolutely. And of course, you know the deal, as with almost every single Low Kick event, if there's a Low Kick event that doesn't have a match arena, it's not a tournament at that point, right? Like,
True.
But there is a match arena. Be sure to check that out for the 50-cent code. It's LKMCQMK11. That gets you that free 50 cents added into the pot for everyone that is participating here. And if enough of you, like, there's 20 of us watching right now, do math, real quick maths.
Yeah,
you know what that is? I don't actually. I had to pull up a calculator.
Well, 10. If everyone gives it 50 cents, and then all you guys that are on Twitch, obviously you can log in with your Twitch.
Boom. There you go.
So there you go. Use that username and password, and you're in. Just use that code.
All right. So it sounds like we got the character selection going down. Cabal. I'm seeing it in the background. Cabal from Fuel Punk out here. Mega Tony as well. That's going to be our first matchup using Scorpion as well. Cabal has been a tremendous character thanks to the unlocking of custom variations. I've been able to kind of go back and check out the classic Beta Cabal. I don't know if you remember the moves that Beta Cabal had, but here this time around we have a little bit of air mobility. Let's see if Fuel Punk uses that variation as well going into this here. Oh yes.
Yeah, the gas blast float. I don't know what the formal name is called, but yeah, it adds a ton of mobility to his game plan. So the spacing game really gets impacted with that.
It's so crazy that this game is with so many of these characters and their mobility, it become anime fighters. We're talking like Jackie Briggs and her mobility, and of course Paul as well. And now newcomer as well, Melina showing up on the board
right away off the bat. Excellent.
Here we go. Nice start off with the low here. Using interactables already. Oh, what a cancel here. And good answer from Mega Tony. Trying to get things started here. Nice. Get jump to damage. Ooh.
The flawless block from the jump in. Excellent convert.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot more flawless block. Yep, that's going to get punished here. No confirm off of the Nomad dash there quite yet. There we go. Should be getting it. Nice. EX full extension here. No breakaway. Yeah, may as well hold on to it. You got a slight life lead here. About even. Nice. Ooh.
There we go.
Yes. That slight gas being able to put you right into the corner here. Nice situation here for Fuel Punk. Ooh, that's a get up attack. Wasted beater here from Mega Tony. And wow. Yeah, a lot of damage. Shouldn't kill quite yet here.
Yeah, he's out of meter too. So he couldn't move it if he wanted to.
Wow, nice little back and forth from both players here. Honestly, they're both fairly even as far as the life when it came down to the end here, but still, Fuel Punk gonna maintain this corner pressure here on Megatoni. Nice get up attack, hitting. Oh, what a duck here!
Yeah, it looks like Fuel Punk's asserting himself here. He's kind of taken charge since the beginning of the first half of that last round.
Yeah, absolutely nice cancel. I am digging it here. Yo, you got to be playing like a madman.
Those converts are very nice, very crispy.
Yeah, absolutely nice overhead. Oh, still cancel, no confirm though. That's unfortunate. Into the interactable we go.
Side switch.
Meaty was a little bit early there. Ooh.
These converts.
Yeah, that'll do it. That was looking really tough there for Megatoni and a brutality.
It's probably one of my favorites. So goofy.
It is absolutely a goofy brutality. He just looks directly into your soul as he's rotating the character.
The way the arms move, it's totally disjointed and surreal. It's just very, cartoonesque, you know? It's excellent.
Dude, you know what that brutality reminds me of? Have either of you guys seen the first It? Like the new ones?
The first
It? So what? Where
with the dance,
whole, like the clown dance thing, while the camera's moving, he just looks into the camera. That's what that brutality reminds me of.
It's so I'm feeling it.
Oh,
yeah,
it's so
absolutely
unsettling. Really sick though.
Well, it's unsettling that Megatoni is still sticking with Melina despite having almost no answers against Fuel Punk here. So let's see if there's any sort of turnaround. Maybe Megatoni taking some notes.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a simple adjustment on how you play, not necessarily a character issue. Sometimes you don't have any better answers, and you're just going to have to do your best. So we'll see what
especially when it comes down to character familiarity as well. But at this point in the game, too, as long as MK11's been out, Melina being a fresh character, honestly, it's a good practice session as well, too. Like we said, this is a qualifier for the GovX. And also next week is going to be ESL's qualifier as well. So a lot of these players are going to be familiar names in those brackets coming up here. All right, nice blocks here. Ooh. Nice cancel and no bite quite yet from Megatoni. That's a good adjustment, but unfortunately still going to get hit by the slight gas.
Okay. Yeah, there was that float at play.
Yeah.
With that double jump in.
Yeah, the slight gas mixes are absolutely insane. Very much akin to Jackie Briggs in that situation. But Jackie Briggs, you kind of see like the same, like, okay, you don't have to worry about any sort of right, left. And of course it is MK11. Nice fatal blow here. That will wrap up this life bar. Anyways, like I was saying, you don't have to worry about left-right mixes in a game like MK11. You just hold that block button right, and you're going to be blocking either way. It's the high-lows that you got to be worried about here. And with someone that low to the ground like Cabal was using that slight gas, you really have to be concerned if you're going to get popped in the head or if they're going for the toes, and you're not sure.
Yeah, it puts you in quite a predicament. That's for sure.
All right. I'm loving the cancels off the Nomad Dash here. It's really smart stuff here from Fuel Punk. And I'm just noticing the variation name, Air Footsies. That's the most like impeccable name to have for this character right now.
Yeah. I mean, we saw last game. I mean, the amount of the conversions are just the conversion potential as well. Stray hits on air to airs.
Yes.
Fantastic like that.
Yep, absolutely. Like you're saying there, especially the reach that Cabal has too. Like, you don't really have to put yourself in a dangerous situation there. And of course, another brutality off the Nomad Dash. Fuel Punk coming out 2-0 over Megatoni here. Wow.
Fuel Punk looking excellent. 2 brutalities, different ones at that. So extra style points for that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Really well done. And of course, Cabal being a day one character at this point, like just unlocking the potential of that character with custom variations is fantastic. And it's always too good to watch a skilled Cabal player in these brackets here. Of course, there's still plenty more matches along the way there. Once again, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Checking out these Mortal Kombat 11 matches with us today. I, one of your commentators, Zero, Grawlix. You saw it at the top of the bracket.
Yep.
Man.
Yep. And then, so winner of Dylan Lloyd and Bacon Lord are going to be facing Fuel Punk now. So we're still waiting on Dylan Lloyd and Bacon Lord. And then Shagrath is going to be lining up against Get Wrecked as well coming up. And then we have a few more in the lower half of the bracket that still needs to catch up, it looks like. But Shady and Dark Elite and Hijinks and Patient Impulse being a couple other ones.
Yep, absolutely. LK Shady. Wouldn't be surprised we're going to be checking in on that match in just a moment here on the stream. If we're checking on the loser side here, of course, Point Prometheus and Blaze are going at it right now. Wow, Point Prometheus was put down by Dylan Lloyd earlier in the bracket here. And then looks like Blaze was actually put down by Bacon Lord. And wow, so that's going to be interesting to check out those two going at it. That, like you said earlier, CGL Dylan Lloyd up against Bacon Lord.
Rocking the sponsorship. That's rad.
Yeah. That Console Gaming League, excellent group. Definitely check them out. They've been holding those brackets out there as well. I mean, they sponsored a handful of players too. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the name, but I'm going to move on from that point anyways. But anyways, CGL crew has been doing a fantastic job of also hosting plenty of NRS events, mainly around MK11. They had a great showing last year in helping to make this game shine, especially during pandemic. Of course, Low Kick as well, still coming into a second year of pandemic times in the FGC, putting on a great show. I mean, look at this new logo. They already came into this year knowing exactly what they were going to be doing.
What to expect.
Hitting the ground running. Yeah. Didn't even wait to make an order on those graphics. They said, no, we need those now. Just let's do this.
I think it looks nice. So either way, it'll come into use. I mean, and even when, if and when, things we get to go back to local events and whatnot. I mean, there's still a place for online play either way. So it won't hurt to have that kind of be well positioned for that.
Right, absolutely. It's been a great showing for a lot of teams in the background too. Definitely give your appreciation, folks, to a lot of these online events, or locals rather, because there's a lot of work that goes into it. And honestly, to continue to grow from this and just be able to really learn, we've all learned a lot in this last year, and be able to continue into this next upcoming year. I mean, we play UFL. UEFL is trying to do another MK11 bracket, which is going to be really cool to check out as well. We're getting primed and ready for plenty of Mortal Kombat content. Normally the NRS cycle is that there should be an announcement this year, right? But the support that MK11 has been getting, and the player base still showing up strong, and still so much to learn with these custom variations. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what this following year has to offer.
Yeah, I think it'll have a place, moving forward, no matter what NRS ends up deciding to do as far as a new release and what it will look like and whatnot. There's still people that play MKX. There's still people that have an old favorite that they like. So at the very least, MK11 adds that extra bit of variety to the whole mix. So props to them. They always try something new every time they make an MK game. So definitely a hit for a lot of folks. So it's good to see.
Yeah, that was a really fascinating conversation to see. If you are interested in, or any of you at home are interested in a little bit of extra behind the scenes, how the sausage is made content as far as Mortal Kombat, check out the No Clip documentary. They did a little bit of a segment speaking on that point of each generation of Mortal Kombat, how they try to tackle it with something unique and different. Because you think about Mortal Kombat, it's oh man, how do you keep making the same game over and over again, but still having such a fresh perspective to it? And it was a really fun conversation to kind of, peel back the layers of how Mortal Kombat has continued to thrive over the years. I mean, especially with the guest characters in this game in particular. Who'd have thought you're going to see RoboCop and Terminator in the same game?
They do an excellent job with the guests. That's that's for sure. Yeah, RoboCop, Terminator. You got to have the rivals right there.
Right.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And then Rambo on top of that too. You got to have Stallone and the great of Arnold. So
and they actually got Stallone to do the voice acting for Rambo. So that was a really cool grab.
Fantastic.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm still missing Stryker. I would love to see Stryker return, but you know what? That's fine.
What's the general consensus on the Stryker return? Because I hear that only sometimes.
It's I don't think they're going to do it ultimately. They could. With the story of MK11, they definitely could go back, because in the current timeline, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty certain he dies at the end of MK9, and that is it. But it's been a minute since I looked at the story of MK9.
So. I mean, dead. timelines.
But that doesn't end up meaning too much.
Right. For MK11, anything is possible at this point.
Right.
So give me Striker, okay? I want Striker basically to be Scout from Team Fortress, right? Like, that's what it should be.
Yeah, there was the meme with like the Melina stands apparently on Twitter and
hey, whoa. And, I don't consider myself a stan, okay?
Do you feel attacked right now?
I'm a big fan. Look, okay, here's the only reason I'm a big fan of Melina is because my sister's name is Melina.
Aw.
Right? So that's it.
Sentimental value there.
That's nice, but also, understanding that this world's Melina is terrifying. So are you trying to say that your sister is terrifying? Is that what
100%. They have so many similarities. It's pretty great. They even look alike.
That's like the most wholesome reason to want Melina.
Well, not entirely. They don't look too much alike because
I would hope not.
My sister has curly hair. That's it. Other than that, about the same.
Yeah, I was gonna say though. There are other long-standing characters like you don't see Reptile or Ermac in the game. The cyborgs are also not in the game still. So Striker's, although he has his fans, maybe he's a little bit further down the list. As far as priority. Absolutely. But again, we don't even know what they're gonna do at all. So
right, and we're not even that far down the list in this bracket here. We're only at Dark Elite here and Shady. That's right, Dark Elite and Shady winners round 2, folks. Let's see what comes out here. The Reptile skin for Scorpion is up there, but I'm not sure.
Speaking of Reptile, there you go. Oh, okay. We have a change, it looks like.
All right. And, of course, Shady pulling out Joker. Terrifying character. And Scarlet, interesting character. We don't see too often in brackets, really. I can't pinpoint a timeline where Scarlet is like a regular appearance, but still has some nice tools. It'll be interesting to see how her reach goes up against Joker's reach here, but Joker is such a quick character. Of course, fatal blow canceling. And, oh, shoot, I missed the variations. I'm curious to see what variation Shady pulls out for this one here. I don't think it's going to be straying too far from what we're familiar with in classic Joker play. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, he's got quite a bit of reach too, so.
Yeah, and that's the scary thing. Another jump in too. 50% of your health is already gone. Oh, wow. Yeah, a little bit early on the media there, not able to catch the roll. Ooh, okay, good counter. Let's get that space here.
Yeah, that was on hit too and got the flawless walkout. Impressive.
Nice. All right, nice call out here. Good punish.
Yep.
Dark Elite really playing the distance game fairly well here. Oh my goodness, the cancel gets scooped up.
This is it. Damn.
Oh, wow. All right, one touch will do it here against Dark Elite. Goes for the teleport. That's a risk. Yo, the flip. Oh,
yeah.
Flawless block. No confirm after. There we go. The throw wraps it up here. Dark Elite making it up by the skin of their teeth.
Nice job staying composed. I mean, that was very tight there towards the end. That big flawless block was huge.
Yeah,
kind of take their turn back.
Nice, and that's so important at high level play, right? Is making sure that you're getting that flawless block in. The more often you see that, like it opens up so many options, right? Because it makes certain safe buttons like not safe anymore at that point, or like at least punishable in some cases.
Even when you're hit, like again, you can't if you get a hit, you want to continue pressure. It kind of avoids that, makes you second guess.
Right. All right, and once again, corner situation, less than 50% health for Dark Elite. Ooh. But miracles have happened before, and I don't think it's going to happen this time around because Shady is really putting in the work, and that does it.
Yeah. To elaborate on there, it was just all Shady, all pressure in that corner. Making
Joker. It's Joker, right? Like, not even just Shady, but Joker as well. Shady playing a really smart Joker set play in the corner here. Nice. And still, same corner. Time to guess once again. What do you do in these situations? Nice get up attack here. No meter though.
Okay, plus.
Oh.
Yeah, that back two anti-airs. So she spaces out correctly.
Oh, nice. Let's get this conversion as much as we can here. Nice, really caught up. Fatal blow. Gotta watch out. I'm so scared right now. It was game nice.
Very tense.
Ah, the cancel challenges! What a smart move from Dark Elite to close it out against Shady here in the first game.
Yeah, you saw it first round. Shady got that cancel off the super, and that time was ready for it. And that's what sealed the deal there for that last round.
Absolutely. It's not easy. That is a terrifying interaction to be put into. Like, okay, are you going to pull through with this? And if you hesitate, because of course you can shut down the startup frames of Fatal Blow, but if you're too late, like just by a fraction of a frame, then the armor's already active and then it's a full Fatal Blow situation. But wow, Shady, what a call out there. Play the skip card on your turn. It's over.
Yeah, so we'll see if Shady makes a change or he's sticking with. Okay, it looks like he's mostly going to stick with Joker there.
All right,
yeah, I guess part of it, you could think. I mean, Shady did his job in the corner. There was nothing wrong with how he got that done.
Oh,
so just about, instead of getting that game plan going, getting it started again.
Absolutely. And you got to appreciate the patience for Dark Elite, not panicking in that corner situation, because we saw time and time again, life just depleting away and still able to make that comeback here.
Yeah, basically doing that. And I guess in a way, you kind of trade away that round for that opportunity to get that forward roll and switch situations on him. So
nice trades here. Ooh. Nice, and outranged by Joker. That's something you don't see too often, is a character outranging Joker. Unless it's their zoner, but like, okay. Nice. Good decision to break away there. Still going to take a hefty chunk of damage from the down two. No punish off the sweeps. Ooh. Go. Nice side switch.
Yeah, exactly. Very important for Joker to get.
Still back off in the corner. That's crazy how much pushback you get when you're in that corner situation off the Kapow.
But like you said, I mean, she's got nice buttons too, so yeah. Definitely ways to get around that or deal with it better than most.
Yeah, and honestly, this variation of Scarlet is pretty well suited to outzone Joker because you don't have to worry too much about gun with the setup that Shady has.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Drops it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate here. Could have wrapped it up. And wow, that'll cost you there. You got to make these things count. Every confirm.
That's a round swing there, right there.
Yeah.
And Shady needs this game to stay alive, so.
And that's the thing for Dark Elite, too, is that even in the last game, we didn't see Dark Elite really need Fatal Blow. Like, Dark Elite just held on to it in both rounds in Fatal Blow situation. The final round, obviously, Dark Elite not getting into Fatal Blow. All right, here we go. This is another starter here. Not unfamiliar territory for Dark Elite. Oh, nice. And we got that space. Now we got you set up. Blood command throw here. Look at that.
We're pretty close on life now.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, now she's ahead. So there you have it.
Yeah, it all chip damage, all that. Just keep your distance. Honestly, we've been practicing all year social distancing. Shady has not gotten the memo apparently.
Oh, that got him.
Yikes.
Looks like. Yeah, that was rough.
I wonder what you do in that situation. Jack in the Box might have been an option there, but even getting that set up, I'm not sure if that would reach in time. Gun would have been so important for Joker in that situation too.
Yeah, and he was doing well. He was doing well in the early part of that round. So yeah, just unfortunately he didn't make the right reads or didn't deal with it as well as he could have perhaps. But props to Dark Elite too, making it work.
Absolutely. I would have been it would have been interesting to see Boeing used in this matchup. I've seen one player use Boeing in the Joker variation, or out of like the setups that Joker has available. And while Boeing isn't necessarily like an ideal move to have, it does cover that ground really quickly, especially up against Scarlet too. You only got to worry about technical, you got to worry about blood ball in some cases, but if you're in the air, it's that gamble, right? You have that option available to you. Whether or not you use it is up to you.
Yeah, correct. And some of her tools do have pretty long recovery.
Right.
So yeah, jumping tongue, that's like a full jump and punish usually. So yeah, some ways to, again, the movement like we saw with the last time with Fuel Punk and the Cabal there.
Yeah.
Some sort of way to simulate that. Maybe it won't be exactly the same, but some things like that can really help.
Yeah, custom variations open up a whole new can of worms for a lot of these characters, and seeing Boeing used for the first time on a Joker was fascinating because there was one mirror match that I saw with Joker, and one Joker had the kapow, the classic setup, right? We got the Batman gunshots, and we also have on the opposite end Boing, and just the jump ins that Boing could get as far as like punishing certain scenarios was actually really fascinating to see utilized in that matchup, and even against other characters. They made it pretty far, so I mean, it's not a completely useless move. It's just a move that's unexplored, and I think that's the case for a lot of these variations. That at this point we're just exploring, really having fun with it, and finding what works.
Yeah, no, exactly, and although Shady didn't make it this time, he's still in losers, so he still has a chance. He's still in the bracket. That was winners match as well, and then Dark Elite will be facing Patient Impulse next round. So in winners. So there's that to look forward to as well.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, Dark Elite, man, what a showing with Scarlet, and that's frustrating to go up against Scarlet. Like I don't know if you've played against a Scarlet that wants to zone like that. It is so frustrating because you have to do all that work to get in, but then she has all these options to push you away. Either she'll teleport out, or you, as we saw, half of her strings just put you halfway across the screen. You got to start all over again.
The change to her pokes, I think, helped too. She has 4/4 now to at least get her some plus frames, which Jail after I think a low poke on hit. So things like that really help her fundamentals as well. But you saw on a couple occasions great use of that 2-1-2 string to whiff punish Shady when he went for the when he tried breaking out of the corners. So good use of her movement, her strengths basically. So it's not about focusing always on the negative or the stuff she doesn't have. There are unique things that she does have that you saw Dark Elite put to good use there.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good stuff there from Dark Elite. All right. So we're getting underway here in this bracket. Just kind of checking things out here up at the top. Of course, we're still waiting on Fuel Punk and Bacon Lord to see when they're going to get started. Of course, we're looking at Shagrath and Get Wrecked Yo. That's been a minute since I've seen Get Wrecked Yo.
Yeah, same. I knew him more from his Injustice 2 days, but I do know. I'm not quite sure what kind of character he's going to go with here. He was known for his Atrocitus back then. This time in MK, not so sure. I think he did run Scorpion, but that was near launch, and opinions on Scorpion has varied since then. So it may be a different character. I don't know. Are you familiar? Do you know what he would run with? You think?
Like I said, it's been quite some time since I've seen Get Wrecked, so I apologize. Not coming forth with the research into this one for.
Oh no, I'm not trying to
no. You're fine. You're good. But honestly, if Get Wrecked was playing Scorpion earlier on, like I wouldn't doubt to see a Scorpion still, because like it. Yeah, you're right. Like Scorpion has been all over the place in as far as like a usability and like tiers. Yeah, like especially in the opinion when it comes down to tier, like. Some people go like, oh yeah, Searing Rage, or like, other variations are just better. It just really depends upon each Scorpion player, which has been really fascinating to see over time.
And like you said, it opens up possibilities with the new, variation changes and whatnot. So he did get some help. I believe his back 3 was his overhead basically. Is made to be faster. It almost acts like I believe it is an unreactable. I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me on that.
I tell you what, I just ran a Kombat League set before we got on against the Scorpion that was just using that on my wake up. But this is ridiculous. Why is this working?
Yeah, it's low key pretty good. So I think I'm someone that's a bit higher on Scorpion than most. He was kind of talked down for a while, and I don't know. I was skeptical of that, but once that buff came through, you can't really say. It's harder to say he's really at low tier anymore. I mean, I don't think that necessarily people think he is at this point anymore. But
I don't think it's like people ever really saw him as like low tier. Like I think it's just like exploration has been. Yeah, the exploration has constantly been the mantra of this game as time has gone on.
True. Okay, so Bacon Lord Fuel Punk. Excellent.
Oh, nice. This is oh man, this is going to be a terrifying match because of course, Cetrion players got exactly what they wanted with custom variations here. It's awful.
It's pretty amusing how that worked out. It didn't really hurt her as much. I mean, it helped other characters as Cabal, as you see on the screen. I'm sure he's going to utilize that mobility to great effect, but like I said, didn't really hurt Cetrion players at all.
Yeah, so here we go. Now, here's the thing, right? Bacon Lord already getting backed into the corner. Of course, teleport is still available and an option, but of course, Cabal has that. Nomad Dash, anti-airable as well, off the jump up from Cetrion. So you have options here. It's not an impossible game. You have to work hard as Cetrion here.
Great. Here we go.
Okay, nice. Oh, and a full extension even too. Here we go.
This is looking like good pass round, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That wraps it up after that throw there. It was a good tech from Bacon Lord here off the throw, but still a really rough neutral situation. They end up getting scooped anyways. And now we're seeing some caution from Bacon Lord here, which is actually terrifying. You're forcing Cetrion to just hold back and not throw anything out there, like not able to get that distance. And here we go. That close range game that Cetrion still has a few buttons in this range here.
Yeah, it'll still come to use. She probably has to start her game a little bit further back before she can feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't seen any rocks being thrown at all.
Right. I was just sitting in the back of my head thinking, when are we going to see these rocks get chucked around it? Oh my goodness, that Nomad Dash is going to get crushing blowed. Yeah, excellent choice doing that breakaway. I do not want to get Nomad Dash in that situation either. Look at the chip damage, all the work that I did.
Oh boy.
Wow, good defense. Smart stuff.
Oh, jinxed it.
I know. But hey, honestly, that defense from Bacon Lord being so patient, letting you spend all that that slight gas movement. Go ahead. Expend all the energy you got in your thumbs. I'm hoping you get a hand cramp.
That's true. You know, we often talk about like the fatigue with having to deal with the blocking, but there's a fatigue with trying to open up someone else, you know? So.
Yep. Whether it be resources or your thumbs moving across the keys.
Exactly.
I only gotta hold the trigger. Yep. There we go. Wow, and look at this combo. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm not sure that's what you wanted there from Fuel Punk. Probably could have extended a little bit more for some extra damage. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
That's cheap!
You think you just dialed that in, or was that a confirm?
Oh,
wow.
You dialed that in. That was a double.
Yeah. that was wishful thinking, and it worked, I guess.
Hey, you know that somebody plays anime, right? You know, Fuel Punk knows how to mix people up, hit you with the fuzzy wuzzies. You know.
Yeah, he had a significant life lead. That's true. So, yeah, I'm very impressive way to wrap up that round. I'm not seeing many drops from him really, if at all. So
no, yeah, exactly. We only had that one corner situation, which, you know, we could see how like where that was. Like, honestly, you'd probably have to pull Fuel Punk aside to be like, all right, what was that situation in the corner? Did you drop that, or was that on purpose? Like, what's going on?
Right.
But yeah, really good stuff from Fuel Punk. The execution is definitely there, and geez, it's given Bacon Lord a moment of pause, right? Like, you're playing Cetrion, trying to out zone Cabal, keeping Cabal away from you is so important in this matchup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, well, certainly, like you said, with those air footsies, makes it a bit harder. That's for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one thing you can do, try to make a better read with flawless blocks on those jump-ins. That's asking for a lot, though.
Right, exactly. Easier said than done.
That's just how strong that game plan is, you know. So
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep, right, and immediately spending the 2 defensive bar right away here. Now you have to hold these blocks.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay, good try. Jeez Louise. I can totally understand the frustration for Bacon Lord in this situation. You really want to press button here, but you're not sure when the turn is coming your way.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, dash through. Boom.
And micro duck. That was just.
Knee. It's plus. Don't press a button on the knee.
Nice whiff punish by Bacon Lord.
Really good. All right, this is the start. Okay, we got anti-airs. Yikes! I see what you did. You tried to go for the meaty laser beams. It's not going to work. That forward
You had to try something to get some sort of momentum going.
Right. Oh my goodness. We saw the rock get thrown, but can he throw rocks fast enough to shut down Cabal? Good block here. Nice punish with a crushing blow. An immediate drop away. Breakaway, rather. Ooh, good anti-airs.
Nice restand.
I like the idea from Bacon Lord here.
Yeah, he's found a rhythm a little bit. It looks like we saw some rocks finally get thrown.
Yep, found the timing here. At that distance, full screen, you got some breathing room here. Yikes, wrong decision on the rock throw, already committed to the angle. Love the anti-airs from Bacon Lord here. A lot of patience, really good defense this time around.
Yep.
Nice teleport, but no full punish. That's okay. It's all right. You still have time here. You just need a couple hits and you'll be okay. Ah! A little bit early on the anti-air. No! You had to break away.
Yeah.
The fatal blow is right there. Oh my goodness. Nice anti-air from Bacon Lord. Good Lord.
I was gonna say we saw a rare drop from Fueled Punk, but yeah, Bacon Lord also picked up the pieces, so he did an excellent job.
Good rock. All right, but that crushing blow is gone. Of course, you know we're on final round. Keep spending it. Nice. Look at how much damage is gone already. Good Lord.
Yeah, he's finding a rhythm. It's excellent. Excellent timing for that too.
Yeah.
Just in time.
Oh, still not your turn, good sir. Cabal, please.
Oh boy, look at that.
That wasn't flawless, was it? I got the live logo above my screen. Let me full screen.
It was very close to flawless.
Close?
Yeah,
okay.
Very close. It was you could say it is a decisive round. I mean, either way, it was very strong.
Oh yeah, it was very decisive. I just, you know, the extra salt in the wound when you see the word flawless.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Cursed Discord.
I feel you. It wasn't quite there, but it was, man, very close. Like you were saying, very dominant round by Bacon Lord. The zoning got going.
Right.
Figure out some sort of pattern or.
Right, that domino effect. Honestly, the mental damage that it could potentially do. Right, you get that crushing blow from an air rock being thrown at you by Cetrion.
Yeah,
that's a toll right there. It's like, holy smokes! I just lost like 30% of my health here. Like,
right. Yeah, and also the positioning.
Yes.
Bacon Lord wasn't really giving much ground to do the zoning, so it's also about, wow, I can't even get this person into the corner. Right. Like, it's understandable if you have to take some chip. But as long as you're winning the positioning game, but not even having that.
When you're a zoner, like you really do have to, you know, put things on the screen. And, you know, sometimes like on the surface, people are like, well, that's easy. I could throw fireballs all day. Like, but look at this matchup with a character that can close the gap like Cabal. You're already in a troublesome situation. You have to get them back out.
Right.
Okay, nice.
It's like, hey, something happened. Fueled Punk thought of something and right away.
I love the patience from Bacon Lord here on that block button, just holding it.
Yeah.
Okay, nice air to air. We got that space that we're looking for. Nice rock attempt. That's fine. We take those trades, but the life is dwindling here. Yikes. Okay, full punish. Let's go. Gonna hold on to that fatal blow here. Nice throw attempt here. There we go. Got the space you're looking for. Yes, buzzsaw.
Ground saw. Yeah, you see, he's not jumping anymore in the air.
Yep.
Yeah, he's picking his spots more like, and the default seems to be more the grounded saw.
Right. Well, especially too, like you're at that life lead. You know, you have no reason to commit yourself to trying to chase them down.
True.
Oh my goodness. Nice flawless block here. Oh, you can't break away. All right, lasers are blocked. Oh, no.
It was time.
Yeah, eventually you're going to get caught by one of those, and here we go. We're looking really close to the round. The trades will be in Bacon Lord's favor here, so you're not going to see buzzsaws coming from Cabal.
Yeah.
Oh. And you also have to worry, too, because Cabal has that excellent fatal blow as well. So, you know, the neutral game is basically his in that situation here. Okay, make it count. One more touch will do it. If you get that fatal blow.
Oh, gosh.
Good blocks. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. The patience for Bacon Lord. Waiting for something to happen. There it is. Punished, by the way. It just Fueled Punk did not block.
Yeah, he's running out of, you know, Fueled Punk. I mean, he's on some sort of fuel, right?
He's running out of gas at that point. Holy smokes.
Right. Running on fumes. I guess that is part of the plan. And again, if you get him worn out trying to play offense, you definitely get something going.
Okay. Good delay on these strings here from Bacon Lord. Has to really catch up, though. Nice air-to-air with the laser. Crazy. Oh, my goodness. Throw a rock. Another one, please. Oh, the tornado. Come down. down here. I don't know why you're jumping. Nice, flawless block here. Recognition from Bacon Lord, not overcommitting on these strings here. Good flawless blocks from Field, but nothing off of them.
Okay, throw. There we go.
Yeah. Oh no, just barely getting away here. Watch out that fatal blow. Yeah, it's a little bit mitigated here because the combo had already started, but still a significant amount of damage. I think a throw situation at this point. Yeah. Oh my god.
No.
Yeah, no, it's a chip situation. No! Don't reach for it. Bacon, please.
Yeah, slight lapse of composure there, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think any mortal person will fault him for that. It was just very close there, and yeah, very tough situation.
We've all been there, right? Like we see blood in the water. You know, just one sneeze will do it. I have to get this fatal blow, and just waiting for any sign of movement from your opponent, and you're like, fatal blow.
Yes. Yeah, just at that point you react in a movement, and sometimes that doesn't quite pan out. You know, maybe the movement is really just hands up to block, really. So
yeah.
But yeah, no, it was closely fought. I mean, if you looked at the first game, it looked pretty decisive for Fueled Punk. So Bakelord made it quite a match there towards the end. Props to Fueled Punk, of course, to bring it back together, and his composure there won the day. But Bacon Lord, I expect him to make noise in the lower bracket for sure.
Right, absolutely. Bacon Lord is no slouch. We see Bacon Lord several times in an MK11 bracket, so definitely look forward to seeing more. But even looking down on this bracket here, I think we're going to have Shagrath and Get Rectio coming up here. Looking like it.
Yeah, I mean, that would be an interesting one to catch. Yeah, that one looks like it has been sitting there, so they perhaps have been waiting for us.
Well, while we're waiting for both of those players to get in here, why don't you all take a moment to check out that Matcherino here. I've not seen the ticker go up. Either it's frozen and hasn't been updated, or you've yet to take a moment to go put in that code. That's right, the code being LKMCQMK11 for that free 50-cent donation to the pot. Definitely take a moment to do that. There's some free quests off on the side there, especially some quests from GovX. That's actually this event being a qualifier for that upcoming GovX bracket. That's going to be
top 4 makes it, I think.
Ooh, I would need some clarification on that one.
Oh, okay.
Producer, help.
Either way,
though, $1,000 are in that pot.
Wait, what? Huh?
Is it top 4 that qualifies for that GovX bracket? Top 4. Thank you, Dr. Delish. Appreciate it.
Thank you, production.
Thank you, production. That is $1,000 pot bonus already for that bracket. That's Saturday, March 27th at 5 p.m. Pacific. If you haven't checked out GovX, they have a really cool shop there. It's a shopping website for military, first responders, law enforcement, and their families. With exclusive pricing on their products there. It's actually really cool. A lot of workout equipment there, like as far as like, your Under Armour, you can get some Oakley shades. That's crazy. I haven't seen Oakley shades in quite some time. Like, I haven't been in a mall in forever. I used to have an Oakley shade store in my mall. And I don't remember the last time I went to the mall. It's been a year. Jesus.
And again, quarantine doesn't give you the opportunity as much to wear them, right? So it's.
I mean,
do you see my profile picture though? I'm wearing sunglasses all the time.
That's true. You do. Like, seeing Zero's real eyes is a treat. It really is. You're a handsome looking dude with the sunglasses though, but you're a handsome looking dude regardless.
Thank you.
Do you miss the mall? Really? You miss the mall?
Because the mall brings back sweet memories, like going to your local in the mall. I don't know if you had that experience. I know Ohio definitely does. If you go to Legacy Arcade inside the Deb Mall, which is actually a really cool experience to do Mackay World Cup out of there. Or Mackay, it's Mackay World Cup, excuse me. Which is that VSAV tournament that they have out there. It's a great experience. Definitely check it out if you're in that area.
Mackay's dope.
Yeah. Oh man. The one I went to, oh my gosh, that would have been 2 years ago now because I was in California when they.
My God, ancient times.
Yeah, ancient times. I loved the shirt. It was a perfect mint color. They had E Honda, Sakura, and Felicia, and who's the Frankenstein guy from Darkstalkers?
Wow. You're telling me you're a VSAV spectator fan?
I just spectate. Well, I had to because tangent. I played Shadow Jago and Killer Instinct, and Shadow Jago has tons of similarities to Dimitri, so I had to watch it.
That's fair, and that sounds sick.
Yeah, it's a really cool experience if you want to check out a great VSAV tournament. They do some great stuff out there. But right now we got Get Wrecked Yo running Kung Lao. This is familiar, actually. We were talking about who is Get Wrecked playing lately. Kung Lao, very familiar. Seeing that aim in this character.
And then Shagrath running the Nightwolf there.
Yeah, this will be interesting. Really interesting. Ancestral Hunter, Tomahawk Swing with Spirit Tracks. Not to be confused. Actually, be careful with that move name. Nintendo might be calling you.
Yeah, I think that's the variation where he does the forward roll into the launcher. So he doesn't have the yeah, and then he's got looks like he has a command grab as well.
Yeah, it is command grab there. Oh, nice air to air situation here from Get Wrecked Kung Lao.
Here we go. Yep, the forward roll move.
Good lord. Nice. And a corner situation. This is not good.
Barely converted too.
Yeah, you had to get that breakaway there because with that tornado hit, oh my goodness, that's a lot more damage on that plate.
Right.
Oh, back to the corner. Nice. Freestand.
Combo.
Boom. Wow, did you see that damage he did in that last combo there? Holy cow. Already one touch away from death here, Shagrath. Nice cancel. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a breakaway. And trying to throw a punish, but it's not going to hit.
Yeah, punish didn't come through.
Oh no. You hate to see it.
Wow. Big convert by Shagrath there, clutching it out.
Get Wrecked, slipping away from the victory.
Yeah.
Still, we got another round here.
Yeah, and he's got the corner too, but not for much longer now.
Oh, wow. There we go. Nice defense. Oh, good low challenge from Shagrath.
He's using these nice, oh wow, spaced that out nicely too. Just to say these tick throws are really doing work for him.
Right. Jeez, and really running away with the momentum here.
Yeah.
Just do a couple arrows. Yikes. Yeah, just
Nice
get the
done by
distance.
Shagrath. Wow, its legs.
That's my knee! My freaking knees!
Wow. Well done by Shag. Yeah, he took the momentum from turning around that first round and just didn't let go. Did not let go. He started in the corner and just got the side switch and then got the work going.
And it could have been such a different story if Get Wrecked didn't, go for a grab punish, the Chicago punish, and just go for a regular punish in that situation. You would have at least had a round there. But hey, you know what? That's in the past here. Let's see what Get Wrecked Yo brings into this next round.
Yeah, if there's a character change or okay, looks like we see Johnny now.
Oh yeah. With Shock Jock even. Okay.
Black Market Alley.
Oh, nice little gauntlets there. And you got the movie star, the movie version of.
Oh yes. We're going back to the 90s. Too bad what happens in the sequel. Spoilers.
Yeah. Yeah,
Round one, fight.
We'll have to see how this works out for him. Okay, looks like that's the plan. We just zone more, because I guess that's one thing that Kung Lao kind of has to do. He kind of has to go in. But now picking Johnny means that Shagrath would have to start moving in himself, so kind of shift the balance.
Oh, I like the duck attempt, but a little bit of uncertainty here. Yeah, it's a really good combo from Shagrath. There's some hesitation would Get Wrecked in that situation where they could have done look it down one to kind of challenge it. Nice cancel from the fatal blow. This will really be okay. Just a little bit out of range. Oh my goodness. Nice.
Ooh.
Really good bait here from
Yeah.
Get Rectio.
Yeah, I was expecting the super to hit that, but he got bait. I was not expecting that to be a bait. So
Oh,
that
wow.
was very
Yeah, a really interesting situation because I definitely would have let that fatal blow rip if I were Shagrath as well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been ready. Oh wow, nice down 2. Here we go. Off of me.
Oh,
Jeez, that has some reach, I tell you what.
yeah, I caught him from the air.
Right, Johnny Cage is so deceptive with the range that he can play at.
Right.
Nice. All right, now we can just zone out. Yikes! Forgot about the reflect though. Haven't seen it used at all, and we go into fatal blow to close it out. Nice job, Get Rectio, putting a point on the board there.
Finish him.
Yeah, I mean it was still close, but it looks like the character
Right.
switch kind of threw Shagrath off. We'll see if Shag makes a change, or just needs to adjust to playing against Johnny. You saw towards the end there, he did make a nice little projectile parry. So
Yeah.
maybe the wheels are turning already. So
It was an interesting timing to try to play that card so late in the game too, but it's really tough to play against a Johnny Cage that is definitely just
in your
going
face.
all pistons firing. Yeah, just constantly pressuring. I thought maybe for sure, and maybe Shagrath kind of felt the same way. There's like some slight hesitation in the timing, especially with what Shagrath was going to do in those
Right.
situations. Still sticking with Nightwolf, so we'll see if there's any variation change. I don't think
Yeah, I
there
mean, some
was.
really savvy reads. The
Yeah.
bait on the super cancel. So he's
So
giving
good.
Shagrath a lot more respect, knowing that Shagrath knows things to he's going to like the level 2 of the Yomi already. So
Right.
yeah, usually you test things out, right, and you just test
Yeah.
out other people if they know how to interrupt stuff and whatnot. But he already assumes that Shagrath's going to do that, so that's showing a
Right.
good amount of respect,
Round one.
which
Fight.
does make for more interesting matches. That's for sure.
It's a game 3. Okay, no fireballs yet, but Shagrath is putting it out there, letting you know I'm not going to let you throw this for free. Nice cancel off the bow into the lows. Get some damage with that down 2 into another command throw.
Nice tick grab.
Okay. Couple fireballs there. Nice, flawless there.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that'll be a full punish.
Yeah.
Good stuff here, and still punishing the roll.
Yeah, at least he's not cornered. That's the
Yeah.
silver lining.
You're not cornered, but you're still gonna get these hands. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Big overhead. Yikes! That's a good get up attack here from Get Wrecked. One more. Yep, that'll do it there. Get Wrecked taking the first round.
He's really well poised here to take it. He's got Shagrath in the corner too.
Right, absolutely. And just the aggression from Get Wrecked. You expect it from a Kung Lao player, right, to be really aggressive, but a lot faster options coming out of this Johnny play here. It has the fireball game. Off back, nice punish. Ooh.
Oh man, he's just all over him now.
Yeah,
On these rolls.
it's okay. Nice trade. Nope. It's not that ranged. Jeez.
Last chance, really.
Yeah,
huge.
it really has to. Okay, yep. The breakaway being really careful here. No meter, and man, Shagrath was taking advantage of it, and unfortunately, Get Rectio found the space they were looking for to close out that round.
Yeah, it looked like a trip guard there. He was ready for that jump in. He spaced it out pretty nicely, and yeah, he would have had time to chip things out as well. Shagrath was in a pretty tough spot, so he had to really try to go for something there. Just didn't have enough life to give, really.
Right. Yeah, it was a really interesting situation there. I'm just kind of sitting here thinking, like, man, I wonder what type of story we would have if we saw some a bit more anti-airs from Shagrath. But man, like easier said than done because Get Rectio was constantly moving forward, and that angle that he was jumping in at, just really difficult to kind of punish and just at least consistently. I'm trying to think of, like, besides down 2, what could Nightwolf do in that situation? And just
it was going to be tough because you're already respecting his range and Footsy's range, and when you're so focused on that, you're just it's what they call the mental stack, right? That you hear a lot about. And for Shagrath, he was dealing with it, decently well. But yeah, once you add the jump ins, then it's a whole nother ball game. So
Right.
it could be a comfort level thing just with the matchup, something like that. But also, you don't want to count Get Wrecked. He's really good and capable.
Exactly. I mean, and in that situation too, like, you could off the jump in, like, try to take the risk of ducking, in case, because a lot of Johnny's buttons are just naturally high anyways until they're later on in the string. But do you take that risk? Like, all right, are you gonna just try to, hit me with a safe button from the sky and then go for grab after the fact, or like try to mix slow? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's talked about that he lacks mids, but he has some. They just don't reward him too well. You see the forward four being used here and there. So you're right, though. The default maybe shouldn't always be just a block. You just got to make him use the mid a little bit more, even though it lacks reward. But you did see Get Wrecked put it to decent use there at the very end.
Right.
So it has decent range. So
yeah, it didn't really have to worry about it too, because Shagrath just was consistently blocking everything, and that's a perfect situation for a Johnny player. You want to block this whole time? Great, I'll take that.
Yeah, exactly. But anywho, Shagrath's still in it, so he had a pretty nice showing. That's not bad to go out of winners with. He will be in losers, so yeah, I expect him to do pretty well there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're pretty far along. I mean, this was winners semis. This nothing to winners quarters.
Yep.
So yeah, it's pretty good showing for him to make it this far in winners.
Absolutely. Of course, we're looking at that winners semis section coming up next. Fuel Punk and Get Wrecked will be going up against each other, and then looks like we got a team kill here, folks, and that's going to be MK Striker up against Dark Elite, who we saw using Scarlet earlier, and it looks like MK Striker is rocking some Terminator, which is going to be really fun to see. Terminator's a terrifying character for sure.
Yeah, definitely. With the teleport, I believe, right? Isn't that like the big thing these days with him? With the custom variations, I've been seeing clips on Twitter of Twitter clips and whatnot of the teleport. You can cancel it and whatnot. So again, I'm not sure. I'm a bit rusty at this game, but
because honestly, I've not seen too much of Terminator, especially using teleport. That'll be interesting to see.
Because it wasn't even like a move you could have in his prior variations, to my knowledge. So you see it now a lot more now that customs are allowed. So maybe we see it.
I love it. I love these custom variations, and then I'm also reminded how messed up some of these characters can be. But that's the thing. It's like everybody has something messed up in this game, right? Like there's no getting away from it, and that's fantastic. It makes it fun. It makes it interesting. It gave life to a game that already had life. It just gave another breath of fresh air to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes characters that otherwise would maybe struggle a little bit more in certain situations. It gives them it also kind of changed their archetype a little bit, I know Jade gets that new move that she has, Delia's Dance, and that really changes up her pressure and poke game.
Right.
As opposed to before, maybe she was mostly centered around counter zoning and keep away. So it acts a little bit differently now. We talked about some stuff with, Terminator potentially with the teleport. Helps him get around zoning quite a bit, kind of covers up the weaknesses a bit. So, and then of course, Cabal was a big winner as well.
That crushed my soul in the beta when they took away the variation they had from Cabal, and I'm just like, I guess I'm not playing Cabal in this version. It'll have the cool stuff, and then that shame on me for not taking it to the lab and really learning that character. But Cabal has definitely come out on top of this update, especially with custom variations. I mean, so many characters have that's generally the story, right? It's like so many of us that have because for me consistently I've been a Sub-Zero player, which we've been all over the place as far as that third variation was nice, but utility with his ice setup is just not seen too much. But nowadays, with just the canvas that we do have of the custom variations, it's been a lot of fun to see everything that turns out.
Yeah, I mean, it only helps. I don't know a situation where it would hurt any character in particular. It only helps every character. And now I guess you can say it helps other characters more than others. And that wouldn't necessarily be unfair, but it's not like it doesn't benefit in some way,
All right, so here we go. Striker up against, speaking of Striker, wow. Not in the way that I want Striker to show up. No offense, Striker. I'm glad you're here. But wrong Striker up against Dark Elite. Scarlet here.
Yeah, this should be a good one. So we'll see.
Running Man TDE, and Death grip. Oh my goodness. Air grabs are spectacular in this game, I tell you what.
Yeah, and I think that sets up a mix-up for a term, if I'm not mistaken. The running man did stand out to me. It can be pretty brutal to deal with.
The shotgun to shut down the water.
Yeah.
So please stop. Just remember who you're dealing with here.
Right.
And wow, respect the range. Nice, another shotgun round to go, and really feeling each other out right now. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a teleport. See?
Teleport. No way! Let's go.
Yeah, that was a full-blown punish. That wasn't, it was a straight-up punish. So there you have it.
All right, good throw into the corner. Let's see what we got. All right. Nice interactable.
Plus into her own teleport. She's like, I got a teleport too.
Oh, jeez. Stop it! Oh, I love it. I love it. Let's go.
It looks like he uses defensive meter for him, but
Yeah. But still, I mean, that's horrifying.
the utility.
Try to punish a move that's normally unsafe, but they teleport away, so if you overcommit, I mean, like a teleport does. Nice low. Good lord. Good lord. All right.
Did it feel around?
No, too much health.
Okay, it looked close.
It's definitely really close, but oh my god, it did.
It did.
Round
Wow.
fight.
I didn't think. I feel like if you got more shields, you would have been okay. Maybe I'm totally wrong.
Man. Well, okay, so Striker did use his fatal, so there you have
Right.
it. So that's if you're a Dark Elite, that's what you tell yourself. At least he used that up.
Use that stuff as the teleport. Jeez.
Yeah.
A
Oh,
running
he's got
man.
running man. Don't forget
Yep.
that. He's got the command grab off
Oh.
the run.
Nice wave dashes here. Keep him guessing with the delays. Oh my goodness. Interactable saves Dark Elite twice, but we're going for brutalities here. Of course, these
Man.
two being teammates, we're going to see some of this malarkey out here.
Yeah, there's gonna be an extra couple layers of Yomi there.
Yeah.
Because they're familiar with each other and how they like to play. Yeah, you could probably expect some stuff like that for sure.
But it's great fun to watch regardless, because
Oh,
there's
no doubt.
clearly like not only a sense of respect, but also fear from like Dark Elite and facing off against this Terminator coming after you. And the confidence that
Yeah.
Terminator has to just, I'm going to blast with a shotgun. I know you're in the corner. I don't care. I'm
Yeah,
getting this
it was-
brutality.
The round started very reserved. The very first round, they were all just walking each other
Right.
down and whipping pokes and whatnot. And yeah, it picked up pretty quick there by the end.
Yep. They're waiting for the first person to make the opening gambit.
Right.
Okay, back into it we go. Can't believe Terminator has a teleport as amazing as that. This is fun to watch. I love it. This is why I love MK11. I'm just like surprised all the time with custom variations. It's terrific.
Yeah, see, I wasn't even sure if it was going to come out or because there are some moves that, although you have custom variations that are still banned, so I didn't know if that was the case. But yeah, we both had that sense of wonder when he did that. to Super.
Oh my goodness, punished the teleport, caught him before he left.
See, look, you can hold
you
it.
can hold it. That's it. Oh
Yeah.
my god. It's blowing my mind.
Yeah.
Nice, punished, overcommitted. And now the tables have turned. Dark Elite really put it on some hurt here. Oh no.
There's the grab. Yep.
Yeah,
Wow.
good down.
Nice anti-air.
Yeah. Jeez. That's really interesting that shotgun really stops that blood tentacle. So it's a good tool to use at that
I was
range.
not expecting that. I was going to note that too because I was like a little thrown off about it. But yeah, you're right. That is interesting. Is it maybe just interrupts her startup maybe?
Right, like she's definitely in startup, and by the time she gets hit, obviously it just goes away. So,
Oh, yeah.
and really good utilization of of Dark Elite using interactables to kind of gain that extra space in that corner situation. So that was cool. But still, 50% health is gone.
Just straight up bullying right now.
Yeah, it's. I mean, have you tried to fight a Terminator? Like,
Yeah, don't play. No doubt. And then, Scarlet likes blood, and, Terminator's a robot or a cyborg, so.
okay, nice, flawless blocks here. Oh, we're trying. Here we go. Nice. Caught you reaching, and another over. Oh, okay.
These whiff punishes. Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
going to tick down for some dot.
All right.
Nicely done. Nice adjustments. I mean, I don't have one thing that really stood out to me, just a little bit more solid, and she was applying offense to that part. So she wasn't trying to like avoid the striker as much. It was more like she was trying to press her pressure onto him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it seems like. I'm not sure, but
yeah, it's just like honestly, finally like finding the spacing right, and this happened with Dark Elite up against Shady as well. When they were playing that Joker matchup, right, where Dark Elite was really trying to find that proper spacing, and in a situation with a character that has longer normals than the opponent, like any sort of whip button is bad news bears for you, right? Like Scarlet is going to thrive on that.
Yeah, definitely. And she did a good job converting off those, and we'll see if Striker makes some kind of adjustment, what that would look like.
Right, like I'd like the shotgun to kind of be the answer for Blood Tentacle, but you know, we're talking normals at that point, right? Like the mid-range buttons that are definitely going to beat out Terminator, and the teleport coming back, which we didn't really see a lot of in the last round. We saw it get shut down once.
Yep. Oh, nice interrupt.
Yeah. Blood Boil. Nice. Wow, he comes out of that teleport so fast with buttons. Like, you gotta guess when he appears. Alright, and still life advantage here, but Fatal Blow is available here for Striker. Ooh. And not gonna matter.
Makes great use of that pushback from the interactable, and it gets a nice little whiff punish to seal that round.
Oh, wow.
That 2-1-2 is doing lots of work.
Absolutely. Uh-oh. Ooh, a little bit of mistiming there. Nice air throw. Got that out the jump in too, right? Jump in 3 and an air throw. Holy. Wow.
The air throw gets the restand, and then yeah, it was a 2-bar for 280, but it was a restand situation. Like.
Absolutely. Oh, nice down 1 challenge here into teleport. Has to hold it though. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. Try to just shut it down, even with chip. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think Dark Elite just wanted to get out of the corner for the next round, and maybe giving up on this round. And
oh no.
Yeah.
All right. If you take anything out of that loss of the round, though, you just force Striker to spend 2 defensive bars.
Yes.
Here. That's really good.
Yes.
Especially considering teleport not being a threat anymore at that point.
Right, and then she's had the corner as well, but now that's no longer a factor.
Okay, back in the corner you go. Another. All right. Just a reset there makes you really. Oh, geez, that range.
Oh man.
Yeah. One more will do it. Yikes! And wow, the running man to wrap it up. Striker takes it 2-1 over Dark Elite.
The Terminator wins.
The roll back and forth, right? He takes the first one, Elite responds, and Striker responds right back. So, and even that last game was a back and forth one. So,
yeah,
well done by both.
Absolutely, and you know, I expected nothing less, especially since both of them are probably trading regularly for MK11, being that they are teammates. So, congrats to both of them, putting on a good show. Especially with Terminator and Scarlet. That's still fun to see.
Yeah, 2 characters you don't see very often at the highest level of play. You know, hopefully they're part of the solution to that, though, right? Yeah, excellent job. Yeah, I'm impressed with Dark Elite. I continue to be impressed by Dark Elites, you know, with punishing and all that.
Yeah.
But Striker, putting on a show with those teleports and that corner pressure, using a wide variety of different things to just kind of whether it's tick throws or, again, a teleport and pokes, different stuff like that, just to, you know, shift the battle to their advantage.
Yeah, you already have to worry about like 50-50s from Terminator in general, right? On top of that, tick throws. But now we're going to throw in teleports as well with another layer of Yobi on top of that. Just please, no, I don't want to deal with this.
Yeah, string into teleport was a thing a couple instances there, and you saw the delicate, you know, positioning battle to get out of the corner. I noticed that from Dark Elite as well.
Yep.
Um,
Absolutely. Dark Elite a little bit more reserved on their teleport with Scarlet. I mean, they had it, didn't use it as often, but I mean, Scarlet's teleport is definitely not Terminator's teleport, so we're
yeah,
probably
his
not.
his looked pretty quick. That's
Yeah.
no doubt about that. Definitely looked quick. So maybe we'll see, we have that to look forward to for more of the bracket.
Yeah, absolutely,
He's
man.
moving on.
I'm looking forward to seeing a bit more Terminator too.
Yeah, exactly. Especially who they're going to be facing. They're going to be facing the winner, Field Punk and Get Wrecked.
Yeah.
So yeah, can't wait to see that one.
Ooh, that'll be interesting. If Get Wrecked moves on, then we're going to be seeing either Kung Lao or Johnny. And I feel like we'll probably see Kung Lao in that situation. Kind of sticking through that whole set. But with Field Punk's Cabal,
Teleport into the air dodge.
that is going to be a nutty fight. And I kind of want to see that. But before we get there, we have to see who's going to move on. Who's going to get the honor of facing off against Stryker?
That's right. That's right.
All right, so we got it set up, it sounds like. Here we got the Cabal winding up. Orbiting Hat was Possess Hat from Kung Lao. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Orbiting Hat, I think, is going to be a really good option to kind of counter a lot of the mobility that Cabal has. Let's see how this works out.
Good point. Yeah, it probably has like a hitbox itself, so yeah, a bit of a disjointed situation. Yeah, no, that's a good, excellent point. I hadn't thought of that. And sometimes the best defense is a good offense. So you want to go with one that will pressure Field Punk himself.
Tried to go for the down two, expecting a high from Cabal. Not happening though. Nice flawless block, but unfortunately committed to the counter after the fact. And boy, Get Wrecked was not going to bite on that. Nice anti-air. Carry to the corner we go. Ooh.
Nice.
Wow.
These conversions by Field Punk are just fantastic.
Absolutely. I mean, like I said earlier on in the bracket, you have to make every hit count. Like, if you're going to hit somebody, make sure you get that full combo going. Because all it takes is one drop combo. We've seen that in previous sets. One drop combo costs you a game.
Yeah, and he's taking full advantage of every straight hit. It really does make a difference.
All right, just got Fatal Blow here from Fueled. Oh, and that'll do it.
He was not having it. He just did the throw. It's like, calm down. Let me grab you for a moment. Let me take it to the corner.
You need to stop throwing these hands.
Yeah.
All right, good reach here. Nice. Yes, Buzzsaw. Goodness gracious.
And that's a nice little convert himself. So he's doing pretty well. We don't want to discount to get Rex's efforts here. Yeah, and he's putting him in the corner himself.
Yeah, and we side swap once again. Honestly, though, like it's fascinating to see Kung Lao has to spend all that meter to get conversions like that and all that damage, but it's well worth it because he gets the meter back so quickly afterwards.
Yeah, that's something that's not really spoken of too much about how the meter system works. Some moves do have different regeneration rates as far as when you get the meter back and whatnot. So
nice challenge off the Nomad Dash cancel here. Okay, this time not biting on the cancel. Yeah. Nice. I love the micro ducks here from Fueled Punk, though. Unfortunately, getting opened up.
Oh, micro duck from Get Wrecked in response.
Nice big jump in here. It's looking close. Get Wrecked is definitely poised to take the first game. Oh, wow. Wow, what patience from Get Wrecked there. Almost eating a down two from Fueled. Not happening, though, and Get Wrecked taking the first game.
Yeah, well done. And I was worried he was going to miss the punish on that down two.
Right?
It looked pretty close. But yeah, he got it very well. Again, composure is a big part of the equation here to do well. So he picked up on that very nicely. It looked like Fuel Punk's game at the very start, and Get Wrecked turned it around really nicely.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like mental endurance is so important when it comes to any bracket in any fighting game. And, if you can outlast your opponents mentally, then you're set up to do really good.
Exactly. I mean, we are far in the bracket, so that's just how it is sometimes.
Far in the bracket, 10 o'clock at night on a Friday night, though, so you should be okay. You're probably popping open that delicious Red Bull or Rogue Energy,
G-Fuel.
either one. G-Fuel.
Yeah. Yeah, Fueled Punk. Yeah, that's what it is. It's energy drinks, you know?
That's what he's fueled on.
Of course.
G-Fuel. Got it.
Round one, fight.
Missed opportunity if G-Fuel has not contacted Fuel Punk.
Yeah, G Fueled Punk. Yeah, that's what it's so called. This is all get wrecked so far, though.
Yeah. Oh, good duck.
Yeah.
And what a big jump in, too. That's, you put that foot out there. I'm expecting a down two from Kung Lao.
Right.
Okay, dive kick. Just does
Whoa.
what it wants. And that was the, shoot, I missed the name, but it's the possessed hat. Yep.
Gotcha.
Which I was wondering when that was going to come into play, because we didn't see it at all in the last round.
Right.
And
right.
it's not one that you see very often here, but
Yeah, I wonder what the idea was behind that.
I feel like it's all air control, right? Because we have the orbiting hat, and then we also have possessed hat, because if you do nice fatal blow, that's the round. Because if you do the possessed hat, then it's going to float, like, cover enough of the screen where it, no matter what height you're doing your slight gas, it's going to get caught at some point. So you can't really overcommit with it. But we saw the range required to really get utilization out of it. So Fueled has to be cautious in how they're closing the gap using that move.
Right. Yeah, and Fueled just sealed that last round up. It looked like it was going to be Get Ruck's round. And again, Fueled on point with his conversions.
Absolutely. Knee. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness, the duck full punish. It's interesting. I'll have to look at the data on Cabal's knee because, like, I'm pretty sure knee is plus. And I'm trying to figure out why Fueled is doing the Nomad Dash cancel after the fact.
Big convert here. He needs this round.
Yeah.
I think he senses.
Yeah, this is actually going to be really big here. Missing a lot of shields. Oh, jeez. All right, no fatal blow. Nice orbiting hat here. Oh, no! What a challenge! Yeah. Oh, but though. Oh my goodness, this would be anyone's game. Nice air to air. Yo, the down two, big reaching here, and
my
yo,
goodness.
tiger knee dive kick.
And when he hit when he hit Get Wrecked, we know how well Fueled Punk's been doing with his conversion. We just assumed that was over.
Right, but in the
at least
moment,
I did.
oh man, you gotta clutch it out. Nice
Yeah.
orbiting hat.
Oh, there's the hats again.
Yep. Oh, really smart challenge from Get Wrecked. I love it. And this is game.
He
Yeah,
does
you know it's coming. You're at that distance. You
Right.
know Cabal is gonna know that dash. Okay, possessed. There we go. Good air to air. Yikes, overcommitted off the string. Okay. Oh, jeez, the dance.
Yeah. it's
Waiting for the
tense right
Cabal.
now.
Yeah.
And Fueled already did the Nomad Dash from full screen, so you know Get Wrecked's waiting for it.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
no.
Just out of range. It would have worked if you were a little bit closer.
Yep.
Oh, nice jump out there. Good delay, but unfortunately, Get Wrecked is not asleep at the wheel. Going for the air to air. No fatal blows for either player. Yo, that could have been really bad here for Get Wrecked. Fueled Punk is one touch away. You have to finish this combo. There it is right there. Does it?
My goodness. Yeah. Jeez. I didn't want to jinx it because Get Wrecked Fueled Punk did get a straight hit that he didn't convert off of again. So
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned. There's some slight slippage there with his conversions that we were praising him about earlier. He does get this round though, and he does get the game, so that's very important. But I am curious to see how next game goes if he can keep that up or not.
And of course, you gotta imagine that small slippage is just literally from the pressure of this round.
Yeah.
Right? It's been an intense set between these two players. Get Wrecked has the opportunity to change characters this time, which I don't think we're gonna see. This Kung Lao is doing really solid here.
Yeah, it was like 1 or 2 reads away, really, this whole time. So you can't really. There isn't really. Yeah, imagine changing a character and it's just not even close. Can you imagine? This is the worst. That'd be a terrible feeling. So yeah, I understand.
All right, this is it here. Final round. Jeez, just the intensity of the set has been fantastic. The back and forth, the understanding of the respect of the neutral for both players on either side. Like,
yeah, there were a couple of occasions where they were just sitting in front of each other because they knew they would either get the micro duck if it's a throw or the flawless block there. So we've seen some staring matches already, which is awesome.
Oh, finally paying off the Nomad Dash cancel into throw. Okay, we got a couple of swoops.
The beloved back throw from Kung Lao there.
It's great. I love it. It's like my favorite throw out of any character.
I get a funny feeling like it's a dentist chair, He's just working on your feet.
And we're going to lean that back.
But yeah, it looks like Fuel Punk got himself out of the corner, though. He's playing some neutral here. He does have the life lead to catch up on, though.
Oh, so. Nice possessed hat. Yeah. I'm still waiting for that Nomad Dash, and you know what? I like the possessed hat option as well.
Yeah, it's slow. It's slow and active. Yeah, that's true. That's probably at full screen. You feel at least safe to throw that out.
Round 2, fight.
Kind of use it as a wall almost in a way, like make that approach. A match point here for Get Wrecked. Nice low challenge off the Nomad Dash cancel.
Look at the standoff.
Yeah. Oh, crushing blow off down 2. Gonna make this count. No breakaway. Oh wait, excuse me. I'm looking at the wrong meter here. Either way.
Yeah, that is an interesting decision to let it rock. We'll see if it costs him, but yeah, at least he has the momentum here now. It looks like.
Well, that's the thing. He had just gotten that defensive meter by the time the combo was done, so he had to hold that.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay, good get up attack here. The damage is about even on the board. Nice Nomad Dash. Fatal Blow is available for Get Wrecked here. Really making this combo count. Really well done from Fuel. Yo! Oh! What are you reaching for? Get your hands out of the cookie jar. You haven't had dinner yet.
Yeah. Oh. He's still in it, though.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no. Oh, the tech. The tech, the air-to-air. Get Wrecked moves on 2-1 against Fuel Punk at the last possible moment.
Oh, my gosh. The intensity there at the end. I mean, I had no reaction except to laugh there, just in shock. It's just, wow. Fuel Punk gets the hit and just doesn't convert. The next best thing to do, right? You have the plus frames, go for the throw. That'll win it. But no, that doesn't work as well. And then the jump at that point. You got to jump and get out of the way and get some mobility going. And that didn't work for me either. So yeah, excellent job by Get Wrecked to again, the composure really comes through there.
Absolutely, man, and really smart pick here with the variation. I definitely dig it. I was definitely curious to see, like I said, that possessed hat option. One that you almost never see off of Kung Lao. So it was really cool to see that utilized this time around, especially to kind of control the pace of the match against Cabal specifically. And we saw fewer opportunities where Cabal used that slight gas option as well. There wasn't a whole lot of air mix because honestly, Get Wrecked was ready to cover that space. If you want to try to mix me up high, I'm jumping with you. You're going to get air to aired. I have faster buttons up here. You have the reach, but I got the speed.
Yeah, the dive kick also plays. It gives him some mobility there too. You're right. And it was illustrated there right at the very end, right? The dive kick.
Oh yeah.
So
that tiger knee dive kick to close out the round. Another close situation too, right? Like, man, right. My heart's racing just watching it. I'm sure both of these players are definitely, on the edge of their seats.
Yeah, definitely, no doubt about it.
I got something else to get your heart racing, Zero. I got something else. And I was gonna do it before top 8. But I gotta do it now. I just wanted to keep up the action. I can't stop going through this sweet ass action of Mortal Kombat 11. But we do have to stop and take a moment to talk about some ads. You two commentators, you guys can sip some water real quick. Go take a little pee break. I'll be here taking care of the ads. Thank you guys for watching so far. I hope you guys have enjoyed the voices of our lovely Zero Syndicate and Growlix. And we will get back to them in just a moment. But I want to take a moment to talk to you about what you're watching here right now. This is the Mortal Kombat 11 qualifier for the GovX finals that will be happening next weekend. So Saturday, March 27th, you've got this event. You're going to have a couple different events that happen in between. I know that the ESL event is going to be happening next week as well. And the starting prize pool of such is 1,000 buckaroos. Imagine getting paid money for playing video games, Dad. Imagine. It's sick. But $1,000. Thank you guys for supporting this so far. You guys can head over to that Matcherino right now, matcherino.com/GovX Tactical Combat with the K, because you know what it is. And add to that pot if you guys so choose and would be so kind to. We've also got a couple of other of Mortal Kombat 11 related events here. You have Downtown Beatdown Online, which is usually on Saturdays, hosted by the Central Illinois fighting game community. Shoutouts to Arneezy down there taking care of that for us. He's got Mortal Kombat 11 running on Saturday, March 20th, and he's also got Injustice 2. It's been a while since you guys have seen that one, didn't you? It's been quite some time, but he's got that Saturday, March 27th, also at 6 p.m. The Matcherinos for both are up and running as well. You can see where those Matcherinos are at and get more information over at discord.gg/CIFGC, and also hit up Arnell himself about it. We've also got another event here. Chamber of Souls is another tactical combat qualifier, a GovX tactical combat qualifier. It's going to be taking place March 19th, 8 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/Gandyman. If you guys want to sign up for that one, you guys can hit up Gandyman on Twitter, because I was not given the information. But if you guys want to support Low Kick directly, if you are not aware, you are watching Low Kick Esports, twitch.tv/Low Kick Esports, or the YouTube VOD. Thank you for being on our YouTube, by the way. You guys can pick up our merch at kickit.store. That is the URL. It's pretty tight. You guys can pick up those Low Kick snapbacks, the Midwest t-shirts, amongst others. We probably have to do another photo shoot, and I am not doing it near a train this time. That thing was moving. That was really scary. But we also do have EX Saturdays. It is a Low Kick podcast that we host usually on Saturdays. It's typically one Saturday a month. So we're due for March pretty soon. We will let you guys know on our Twitter or usually on our streams once we are narrowing down the date. But basically, we just take a moment to talk about the goings-ons in fighting game news and the gaming world specifically, and then just have some time to generally banter about things that are going on. And there's been a lot that's been going on in the last couple of months with some different types of games and the Strive beta and Mortal Kombat 11 events that have been happening. So you guys can tune in over there to talk about that. We will give you the news on our Twitter. So if you guys aren't already following us, twitter.com/lowkickesports. You guys can also sign up for more Low Kick online events. Every Tuesday and Friday, we've got these events happening for you guys. So we put out the calendar typically to let you guys know what games we're running at any given time for that month. Ignore the February one. That's back in the past. We're looking at March, okay? You are here on the Friday, March 12th, Mortal Kombat 11. Next Friday, we've got Soul Calibur 6. And the Friday after that, we've got Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. Next Tuesday, we've got Them's Fighting Herds. I can't believe I forgot. Them's Fighting Herds is still pretty good. And then we've got the Undernight bracket, the beginners bracket. So if you guys are scrubs, you want to play some Undernight, pick that game up. It's always going on sale. It is on Steam, and you can sign up for that bracket there. And the Tuesday after that, got Blaze Blue Central Fiction. Man, we just love catering to downtrodden community. But Them's Fighting Herds next Tuesday, 7:30. Soul Calibur next Friday, 7:30. I think that's it for the slides. Yes, it is. I'm gonna bring it back to the commentators. Hopefully they had some water. And I'm going to recede into the darkness, and I'll see you guys right before the finals. Bye-bye!
I just spewed all my water all over my keyboard. I can't believe Seth said that about the BP community. Oh my god!
You all right there?
I'm gonna be okay. I had to clean up some stuff here on my end. Like, goodness gracious! But you know what? Thank you so much to all you watching, and of course, all the ads as well. I mean, like, honestly, checking out the CIFGC events have been fantastic. Definitely tune into those. Get them additional support as well. And even that Kick It store. I just recently ordered some Kick It apparel. I tell you what.
Oh, okay.
Those hoodies are fine. I'm digging those hoodies. And I have plenty of hoodies. My fiance is so upset that I have as many hoodies as I do. I tell you what, I'm probably going to buy more, and she's probably going to force me to lay on a bed of hoodies at this point.
I mean, it's how well, you got to set the expectation that you're going to get more, right? So you're doing the right, you're doing the right thing. I already, this is the conditions of the relationship. You're into those things.
You know what
my
we gotta
back
do?
is not going to be able to forgive me.
You know what we gotta do to just win the merch game? Joggers.
You know what?
A good pair of sweatpants. Everybody appreciates a good pair of sweatpants and socks. You know what? I'm writing those down. I'm sending it to our
Write 'em
boss.
down. Write 'em down.
Oh yeah, do you guys have socks? That might do it.
Yeah, see? Can you imagine kick it socks? Low kick socks?
I feel like that's a slam dunk,
I
right?
feel like that's
kick it apparel. I
appropriate.
kick it with my socks.
Yeah, dude. That's
I've
what
heard
I'm
a
saying.
lot about the Midwest shirt. So maybe a pattern using that.
The Midwest shirt, I was wearing it yesterday.
Yeah.
So it holds up. Honestly, the print quality is fantastic. I really appreciate a good print quality out of my apparel, especially like with like the graphic hoodies that they do have. Like it's awesome. Like
yeah, when it comes to like graphic tees and prints and stuff like that, like you really got to make those last long to make them quality, you know? So the Midwest one, has been holding up. I think we had it since last summer and it's still been going strong, you know? So
it was during Arc Revo.
Oh yeah.
This is when it came out. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, those definitely check out the website. It's really cool. I still have to get my the T one, the twist. Don't get it twisted hoodie. I still gotta get that. Oh man. All right. So moving right along in this bracket, I'm sure production is getting us ready.
It would depend on. We have some good ones coming up. I mean, we're now towards the very end, so it's the cream of the crop, really.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. We're gonna see X Dark Elite come up back to the stage once again for the losers quarterfinal up against Shady. So Shady is chilling in the lobby right now, always prompt, trying to play his matches.
Right.
This is a rerun. This is a run back.
This do be the run
earlier,
back.
so
it
should be interesting to see.
Lore about this run back. Earlier in the bracket, we had the bracket set to not competitive. So Shady was saying like he was fighting with a variation. It was a really uphill battle because it was a variation he wasn't comfortable with. So we're gonna be seeing what it's like now, where he's got the variation that he needs.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's already right off the bat. We know of one change.
Or he was sandbagging. He was like, "Oh yeah, no, my variation."
There you go.
I mean, nope. I'm gonna let that lie. I'm gonna. Anyway,
Mind games,
Scorpion
exactly.
is back up against Scarlet here with the MK9 skin from Scorpion.
Interesting. So yeah, this is already different. We saw the Joker last time, if I'm remembering how that went correctly. So yeah, it's gonna be Scorpion, and we'll have to see what variation he picked. He might have something specific in mind.
I feel like you go the Scorpion route just to teleport.
Okay, this is Burning Spear.
Yeah,
Spear. Burning Rage, I think the original.
Steering Rage, yeah.
So,
okay,
interesting.
interesting.
Just wants to get big damage and use the teleport to punish some of the zoning. It looks like because that zoning did hurt Shady towards the very end of that.
Right,
set, I believe.
and of course too, you have the longer range off that spear combo as well.
True.
And that's where the argument comes with Scorpion. I feel like a lot of that comes from. It's like, all right, do we use Searing Rage or do we use the teleport cancel variation? Like, there's a lot of back and forth between those two.
Right.
All right, let's see.
Getting the throws going.
Ooh, overcommitted.
Forward throwing the combo. Shady with his combo. He's in a good position now.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh boy, whiffed on the spear. That's okay though. Big jump in. Should be able to wrap this up in just a second. Boom.
Clean. Very clean by Shady.
Yeah. Maybe it was a mistake to, not having this variation available. We got it. Look, the overhead. Oh my goodness. Get up attack. The range on it. That's unfortunate too, because you think you're spacing it out and like you took that one step too close.
Right. And you see that back three come into play a little bit just to open him up the portal.
Okay, nice reset to throw.
That back throw looks really cool. I love that animation.
Oh, no. No punish, though. Okay.
Ooh, it's gonna hurt.
Caught you
No
messing around
breakaway.
and you found out. Look at that.
I'm surprised to see no breakaway there.
All right, good patience. Shady really putting in the work here. Wow. Yep. Armor break off the blood explosion there. Oh. Oh. Oh, no.
There we go. The brutal. Shady likes that one, from what I remember.
Yeah, that's your
But already turning this around though.
Yeah, a really quick round. Really interesting, especially using Scorpion here. So I'm digging the. Must be like a comfortability thing. Just simply using Scorpion. Joker's not
just a little bit more comfortable, and just and just kind of eliminating some of the tools from Scarlet just by default. You didn't see as much attempt at zoning from, not even attempts at it by Dark Elite. So even just knowing that you could focus on the footsie game and all the other stuff, just maybe just having that.
I just noticed it has nothing to do with the strategy of further in the match, but I just noticed Dark Elite has an empty variation. Imagine picking that by accident and not paying attention.
Yeah, that would be pretty rough. That would be awkward, in fact. Yeah, I don't know. There was some variations even in MKX, I believe, that were okay, like that were variationless. I think Reptile was actually okay without a variation, but I don't know that in this game. So yeah, that would not be a good thing.
Oh wow, really good teleport here off the EX too.
Yeah, he gets them off the 2 bars right away though. The defensive breakaway.
Okay.
That back 3.
Yeah, I got caught spearing a little bit too far. Yo, ooh. I'm surprised that did not catch the teleport there. Just a little bit too high, maybe.
Yeah, that back 2 has some nice tier properties usually.
Where you rolling? Nice down 1, flawless block into nothing though.
Oh, nice convert.
Oh wow, she
Nicely
couldn't
done.
even land.
Oh no, the chip.
Oh, real close though.
Yeah, it was close.
Yeah, get some health back.
Got Shady off the 2 bars now too.
Oh no, and this is the turnaround you don't want to see.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, taking the turn back with the down 3.
okay. Empty jump into throw, excellent. Yeah, it's just something about playing Scorpion. It makes people have to respect the jump-ins, the teleports. You can't really zone against them, so it kind of eliminates a lot of things off the bat. Your number of tools you can use.
And it's a risk that you take, right? Every time, like, see, you get caught in the air, so you can expect that teleport, though, right? Whereas, like, you do the empty jump in, like, right there. Exactly what I was supposed to say. You don't have to block low in those situations, because even if they decide to teleport, like, you really have to distract the jump in. Easier said than done, of course, because that jump 2 or even jump 3 can hit pretty low. Oh my goodness, nice pickup. Oh,
Nice convert.
Yo!
Quitality.
Oh my god!
What a turnaround by Shady here.
You know what happened was the internet disconnected. That's all. You know.
Right.
We realized that the router was not actually plugged in. It was just we're playing on wireless setting, and unfortunately, you know, there was just a drop. You know, that's the risk you take when you play on Wi-Fi.
Oh,
Shady!
what was that?
Shady teleported into the chat to pop off, but decided to take the gentleman's route out. You know, obviously, Shady probably wanted to come in and say, hey, you know what? You could try again.
Yeah.
That's totally fine.
Hey, it was hyped up before the match that, you know, the variation was a big part of the, you know, why the first time went that way. And he proved it.
Yeah.
Can't deny that.
I clearly
turned it around.
Wow. You know what?
Very decisive in the other direction.
I apologize for steering Seth the wrong way on this lobby setup. You can blame that loss on me. If you don't take I don't know how far what would you give it? Like if he doesn't take at least second place, what I put in $5 into the pot. Is that
in all fairness, it's been a long time since we've streamed Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Right.
I mean,
I'm never the one that would do it, so I've just been out of the loop. So it's nobody's fault, you know. And Shady, look at him.
oh, it's
He's gonna-
nobody's fault. Nobody's
He's
fault.
gonna
Okay.
make it. He's
Well,
gonna
then you didn't hear what I said. That's
last
fine.
through. Yeah, no.
Nobody heard what I said.
So, say what?
Exactly. That's what I said.
Plug in your Ethernet
either way,
cables,
he's-
ladies and gentlemen.
He's top 4, so excellent job
Yeah,
by Shady
yeah.
to get that done in style at that. So
Mhm.
props.
Always in style when it comes to Shady.
Oh man, that's
And that's losers quarters. So we have
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't
more
even be
reports.
upset. I mean, ultimately, like it was a checkmate situation going into Fatal Blow, and that was going to wrap it up anyways. I wouldn't be upset at the performance at all. Dark Elite really put on a show throughout this entire bracket, especially using a character that's underutilized in this game in general. Like Scarlet is not an easy character to play, especially at this point in the game. So really well done.
She is one of
yeah, no, excellent job to get himself this far in the bracket. Had some excellent showings. Fought very hard, you know, even in his losing matches. So much props to Dark Elite. Glad to see him play.
Absolutely. So, like we said, though, Shady is in top 4. Feel good for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Be sure to go back and clip that moment, frame it on your wall. You know, I saw this interesting news report. They said, you know, iPads have multiple uses. You could use it as a picture frame. And I immediately asked, why would I spend $1,000 on a picture frame?
Right.
I don't know why you would bring this up.
But I mean, that gets him to the top
but
4.
consider
That's a
the
great way
benefits,
to qualify, you know?
right?
Get
Like,
it off
look,
with vitality there. It's on the
Right.
run back, you know,
Right,
it just
exactly.
checks off all the boxes.
Exactly. You know what? If you win that $1,000 from GovX, then you could potentially just get an iPad and frame this moment on your wall forever.
That's right.
This is how I won $1,000 right here.
Raiden.
Yeah, it adds to the lore, right? It adds to the legend.
That would be so petty, but it'd be such a man. I wouldn't even be mad if I heard that story. Like, why do you have an iPad for a picture frame? Well, you see, I was playing video games, right?
It just plays a GIF of that or something.
That's it. I'd do that. Like, could you imagine you win Evo or not even you win CB Combo Breaker 2022.
Right.
You just gift that moment of you taking grand finals. Yeah, I'd do that.
That's worth an iPad on the wall. Yeah,
That's worth an iPad on the wall.
I agree.
All
Some
right.
Raiders?
Yeah.
Wow. Pretty cool.
So Fuel Punk up against Patient Impulse. First time Patient Impulse has been on stream in this bracket.
Yeah, he's been doing work in the bracket. Like you said, we haven't seen him at all. So, movie rating at that too. Really cool.
Yeah, really, really cool.
And,
I love.
How about that?
Yeah, I love that the lightning is actually colored the way it was in the movie too. Like, it's really interesting.
Oh, got some slowdown.
All right, nice. Playing the spacing game here. Good teleport. Unfortunately, not able to get that punish on the buzzsaw. I'm laughing because I just noticed the variation name for Patient, Pikachu. Well done.
Oh. It's pretty clever. Wow, ready for the teleport cancel out of that. Fuel Punk.
Can you really expect a Cabal player to stop pressing buttons though?
I guess it's like it's one of those things. It's like you know, if a tree falls in the woods and no one hears it. Is it really
Yeah.
one of those weird paradoxes?
Here we go.
But either way, it worked out, and you know,
Absolutely.
you gotta give him props. And again, these converts are very very crisp.
By no means like does Cabal need to stop pressing buttons, especially the strings that Fuel Punk is using. Like Fuel Punk has earned every situation to press these buttons.
Oh, nice down one at the end here. Whew. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
something
wow.
about Patient Impulse. He has a mean Raiden in Injustice 2, and that's a character that's very undiscovered in that game. So it's really cool to see him stick to the character in this one.
Shoot, that's right. Because Raiden was like one of the last characters to get added, if I remember correctly. It's been quite some time.
Yeah, I believe he was one of the later characters to get added. And he wasn't really hyped up as a great character. I things may have changed now. I know there's still a community of Injustice players that continue to play, and there has been shifts in how they view the game. But at the time, he certainly wasn't viewed as a very viable character. But through the efforts of folks like Patient Impulse, he made him look good for sure. So
Absolutely.
but again, cool to see him play Raiden here, and again continue to do work. Chance was top 4 here.
Scoot put you in the corner here still.
Oh, big punish.
Okay. Oh my god! Wait.
That's a swag.
All right. Well, at least we have block button here because I definitely would have been hit.
Yeah, seriously. And now I think we learned a little bit about hitting buttons and the ball players. He straight up just sat through that one.
So this time I'm gonna be patient. Wow, really good stuff here from Patient Impulse.
He sees the jump in and doesn't even bother with having to deal with the whole float mix-up stuff.
Right.
You know, none of that. He just teleports out and just starts again.
You can teleport out, use the electrical aura as well.
Mm-hmm.
That'll stop a lot of the approach too. It's really interesting.
And he even did stuff like the down one on suffocation. I did see him catch a down one to catch him on the way coming down from some of those floats. We hadn't seen much interruption of that kind of pressure before. So he's showing some knowledge there. He didn't get the full convert in that case, but it's still something to disrupt the plan that Fuel Punk has. You know, at least get him knocked down, things like that. So kind of things to make him less comfortable in the matchup.
All right, so let's see. Yep, still holding out with the same variation. Of course, I don't see anybody like, especially Cabal players, like not really shying away from this variation at all. It's too strong,
Yeah.
Big jump in. Holy cow! Oh wow, jumping away from you.
Nicely done. Ooh.
Already carried to the corner here, but life lead is there for Field's favor. Oh, wow.
It's a high, but it's got range, so that you saw it. Get to put to good use there.
Yeah, I mean, it outreached Cabal in that situation there. Got low-rised into that. Holy cow. Here we go, teleport. Wants to keep the corner control here. Fatal Blow is available for Patient Impulse here.
Yep.
Use the Volt Tackle. Go. Oh, no. Ooh. Wow, that hit. I didn't even see the button.
Yeah.
No way.
It had me fooled. It like blended in with the background or something.
Right.
Oh, no.
A full screen Nomad Dash. Who'd have thought? I wasn't going to block it either. Okay. Watch the ankles.
Man, these teleports.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Still corner situation here. Buzzsaw going in. Nice. 50% health. Wow. Yeah. Look at that. Get back in the corner. Fuel Punk putting in this work here. Yeah, there's the Fatal Blow available for Patient. Fueled. Oh, no. Just got Fatal Blow as well.
Okay, gets himself out of the corner at least.
Yo, these teleports are scary.
Yeah, they certainly are. There it
is
my
again. Goodness! And into the Fatal Blow. Again. Yeah, really smart use from Patient Impulse here. Gonna take the round.
He's acting like his namesake. They're Patient Impulse. He's really being really patient. I think he senses the float and just does the teleport at that point.
Right.
Especially at range. It's easier to react at range, of course, but...
Yeah, because Field even tried to keep a little bit of the airtime by using the downward buzzsaw from the sky, and it's just not working.
Right. Yeah.
Here we go, 50%. Oh no, looking bad here. No Fatal Blow to save you. Still gonna get caught out of the breakaway crushing blow. One more touch will do it, and that does. Brutality. Fuel Punk takes a game.
Stop me.
Keeping it close. Fuel Punk making adjustments. This is turning into a good one. Another one.
Yeah. Another one. Let's keep going.
So we'll see what changes are made. I'm looking early in the bracket. It looks like Patient Impulse does have another character he's used. He used Johnny early in bracket. So
yeah,
at least as indicated by what's on the Smash.gg page. So we may see that come out. But I'd say he has some good tools that he's been put into good use here.
Right,
So
absolutely.
very useful.
Yeah, I don't see really a need to change from it unless if there's something with this Johnny, like you're saying, that obviously we haven't seen since this is the first time Patient has been on stream, and it looks like we're dancing around the board here. You're just building up my own suspense. Stop it. That's not nice. Patient Impulse.
The drum roll, like the drum roll. So.
Right. Just wanted to tease us all, All right, but stick with Raiden, of course. Spark Port, Storm Cell. Let's see what we got.
Go.
Oh, wow, what an air-to-air.
He was ready for it.
And the anti-air with... Oh, man. Really dominant start here for Patient. And yeah, Field is really going to have to make something happen in this corner, which is not impossible. We've seen it time and time again. Forgot to block from Patient here.
It's going to hurt.
Yikes. Yeah,
and he's immediately got the life lead and the corner.
Yeah, caught up right away, too, simply because of that breakaway.
Yeah, at least he's got the KB out of the way, so.
Yeah. Well, you get to try again.
Yeah, this is a critical juncture, though, to be getting that KB out of the way. So.
Right, and, I feel like that should have been information for the last round that Patient should have, kind of kept in their back pocket. Because there's no reason for Field to not do that command grab ender, especially because of the reward that you get out of it if they try to break away.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Definitely.
Oh, nice cancel.
There we go.
Double slight gas. I swear. How does Field not have cramped hands?
Yeah, he was ready for that forward roll, and he's very dominant so far.
Yeah. This would make a lot of sense if Field plays on hitbox. I gotta know what type of controller Field is playing.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, props. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
One thing I did like one of the additions of the game, the friendships. I like the wholesomeness of it.
Yeah. They are definitely.
Oh, cheesy or make fun of me for that, but I think it's cool.
No, it's cool to bring back, especially like the nods that they give to the classic games as well. Right. It's so cool. I mean, I still love the Queen reference or fatality from Rain as well. Like that's so cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And Patient Impulse put up a good fight though, so I want to give him props for that too.
Yeah.
Interesting game plan to use with Raiden. We don't see Raiden very often, so again, it was a treat there to see the excellent use of the teleports there to really put pressure on Field Punk, in his usual air shenanigans and air footsies and
yeah, like the Raidens that really stick out to me are like the southern region players out in Texas. There's a Raiden player out there that does a tremendous job. Like one of the few Raidens that I see still. So it's definitely really cool to see character variation in this game, especially like we keep saying throughout this entire bracket. With custom variations, we're going to see a lot more character variety and utilization as well. And it's great, especially with Raiden coming out. I really felt like there was plenty of answers there with Electric Cage and also the teleport as well from Raiden. Like both of those seemed like really solid answers against Cabal.
Yeah, and he made the Field Punk, fight for every round there. Field seemed to kind of pick up on the patterns and maybe make some adjustments there towards the very end, but definitely made it very difficult. And not many people can do that here in this bracket. So well done by Patient Impulse to get this far. 5th place is nothing to sneeze at. And, props to Field Punk for making the adjustments and taking the win.
Absolutely. And confirming Field Punk using DualShock 4 on this variation of Cabal.
Dang.
You know what? I don't ever want to thumb wrestle this guy.
No, that's impressive. Yeah, that's impressive.
His thumb will like appear behind my thumb, say nothing personal, and just destroy it. Oh boy.
That's how you can't mess with him,
Right, exactly. Thumbs of steel. His thumbs have abs. That's
hilarious.
Man.
But anyway,
right.
it looks like he's gonna be facing Shady. And then we have in winners finals. Okay, looks like we're doing winners finals now. It's gonna be Get Wrecked and Striker. So
Aaron Black,
we're in top 4 now.
the Terminator.
And here we go. Get Wrecked, yo, bring it out. Aaron Black. Okay, wait a minute.
He's thinking.
But don't play this game.
I mean, might as well have them go, secret select or something at this point.
The hands have been shown here. But regardless, though, Get Wrecked, showing a little bit of that. As long as you've been playing this game, you have more than one character at this point that you play. Like, you haven't been playing the same character since day one. You have a variety by this point, and it's really cool, especially coming into it before customs, that like you had like your set moves that you knew about, and now you really have to think about with variations. Like, man, the possibilities are endless. Yeah, first.
Yeah, it makes learning
ahead.
matchups a whole, like, adds layers to it. That's for sure.
Nice jump out. And that yikes!
Nice convert.
Oh.
2-bar combo there, it looks like.
Yeah. And another command throw. Good lord. Yeah, Striker had the right idea, going for a duck at first. Didn't see anything come out from Get Wrecked, so just opted for another situation. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Is that enough? Roman Reigns came in.
Cyborg just running right at you. Oh, it's gonna hurt though. Yeah, when you get it to whiff, it's bad.
Right. Yeah, really close situation. Nice cancel into the fireballs here to try to get Striker. Oh my lord.
It's gonna hurt. A little bit predictable. I mean, he's got other options. If you're expecting them to jump your command grab or your grab, he's got other options there to check the opponent.
Right, because we've seen him cancel the run, so got to be ready for it though. Nice. Boom.
Wasn't ready for it that time.
This is why we need to play on PC so we can mod it with Adam Sandler's Waterboy.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. That's hilarious. Nice. That grab has some range, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. And it just, this pressure. This thing, Striker is so terrifying when you're in the corner situation with Terminator specifically. Oh, wow. What a duck. That's unfortunate because we saw the block right after the animation of the throw.
Yeah. I was a little worried, to be honest, over that throw. I thought he was going to down 2 there. So
Right.
I was like, just do a block string into, shotgun or something, get some chips, finish it off, but it worked out.
Good anti-air. Spent the double bar. That was probably a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah, that can't be on purpose.
At full range after a shadow kick, too. Like, there's nothing after that they can really do.
Yeah. That's tough. That's really tough. We'll see if it makes a difference here, but he's hanging tough in the middle of the stage.
Yeah, nice hop.
Okay, now he's being cornered. Now it's starting to get a little bit concerning. Whoa! Did not expect
Where
that.
are you going?
Did not expect that as an answer. That's impressive.
I definitely wasn't ready. He came in swinging and snatched the boot.
Yeah, seriously. Well, now he's got the corner, so there you have it. The nice AB. Oh, wow. He's still going.
The restand? Yeah, he's still going.
Oh, my God. That's it? No way.
I'm speechless. I am speechless right now. What was that? We need that clipped. Like, that is the moment right here. Everyone pack it up. That was the finest Mortal Kombat I've seen this entire bracket. It's over.
Yeah. It was down what, like 40, 50% or something there, I think. He got the reset, and that was it. Didn't have a chance to even do like a fatal blow comeback, nothing like that. Didn't have a knockdown to cut up with, nothing.
Got it with the restand. And if he would have blocked low, like, you had to guess.
Yeah, just guess. I mean, that was all you had really to deal with. That was impressive. I forgot that command grab crushing blow popped up. I thought that was going to be it. I was like, why is he cornering himself? But it popped up. I guess set up the restand. So
yep.
There you have it.
Restand, and then, oh man, chasing with the string and then ending with the anti-air throw.
Yeah, and that was another thing too. Who reads that necessarily, right? Who reads the anti-air throw? But you gotta make those reads, and that's what started the turnaround. So it looked very good for Get Wrecked until that point, really. We'll see what he does. I don't know. Is this a different variation or?
Nope, still the same.
Okay, still same. Yeah, I mean, it was really that one read that really made the big difference. So
that was about it, really. It's just like you got into the corner quite a bit, and you really needed to find a way out. Otherwise, like,
guess better. I mean,
yeah, and also, what can you really do about that? And unfortunately, MK Striker trying to go for flawless blocks on those jump ins there, just mistiming it.
You see that? You did that weird awkward hop over Johnny there. I think that's with the air grab or something. That was funny.
Oh my goodness. All right, so this is where it starts, right? We've seen this come back before. Big swing and a miss.
Nicely done. I think that was just enough health or just enough damage to take the
Yeah, I really think that was just enough. That was perfect. Okay. Oh yeah, there's those highs that I was talking about earlier from Johnny here. If you challenged a lot more lows, you could definitely get away with something nice. Oh wow.
Here we go.
There's the meaty we were looking for in that last interaction. The tech. And still, it's the Terminator, a wall of death.
And he's got him cornered too. I mean, this is gonna be tough. Yeah, this is tough.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, I think if you Get Wrecked, you just chalk that up to being in the corner and you're a Terminator.
You couldn't guess correctly. Like, that's all that it is. And that's so frustrating. But, if you have the wherewithal to get through it, you're going to end up okay. That's unfortunate. Another one.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Is that a flex? Was he flexing on him?
Well, as we all know, the Terminator is from the future. So he's seen it before. He's going to do it again.
What you getting at?
Oh, nice down.
I think he's got to put him in the corner again. Yep.
With the crushing blow, even. Yeah. Oh! Yeah, try to.
Oh, no. Oh, no. This turns it around.
Oh, dear. That's a lot. Yo! Oh, no!
Oh, my God!
Yo!
I mean, it's only fair, right? Striker kind of stole the last one.
Well, let's not forget Shock Jock. We've known this since day one. Shock Jock does have that comeback factor with crushing blow glasses. The moment that hits, it's like, okay, this is my time.
Yeah, yeah, and he had to cancel again to get the conversion at the very end. So,
like, you made that last long enough to get the second fatal blow cancel. That was phenomenal. High pressure situation. Yeah, high pressure situation. Get Wrecked was able to keep their composure and close it out despite the odds being against them. I'm not sure if Striker should have done the down two. I think Striker probably thought that was going to be enough for the kill. I really wonder what the combo damage mitigation would have been if they would have kept going, because that's unfortunate.
We seeing any changes here? These look about both the same. So, I mean, it's just been so neck and neck. It's just down to one or two reads.
Right.
Time, so.
Good trade to start. Big meaty. Too much of a reach there. A little bit overcommitted. Nice. Yeah, let's go for the breakaway here. And both not being shy about spending meter.
The anti-air convert was just outstanding. He didn't lead to much, but they add up.
Oh yeah, and damage is damage at certain points. As long as you're getting conversions all set, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Oh dear, the pressure keeps going. Nice down one challenge here. Boom. Let's toss you to the corner. Let's see what we got after the roll. Still on the same side. That's unfortunate there, and right in the fatal blow. That will do it and take the round.
Yeah, lots of nice back and forth there. I mean, these rounds even themselves have been really close. So
The neutral,
plenty back and forths.
yeah, the neutral game has been fantastic this entire set. I've been digging it.
And we haven't even seen teleport out of Arnold here.
I don't think this variation has.
Oh, he did go with a variation without it.
I didn't see the variation list. I should have paid attention to that because I just assumed at that point. But yeah, we're running Dark Fate variation here.
Yeah, I was more fixated on Get Rex variations, so yeah, that makes sense. I didn't catch that. Yeah, Dark Fate, that's true. That's also one of his default ones.
There we go. Whoa. Nice get up attack here. Trying to keep this life lead. Get Rectio just needs one more touch to get this finished for another round here.
Oh, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah. Okay.
I think he figured he just gotta go for something. He's on low health, get some kind of momentum going.
Oh wow, the big foot.
That reached.
Yeah, this is insane. Terminator is just a very misleading character, just absolutely insane.
Yeah.
All right, nice. Oh no, didn't get the second hit. That's okay though. Still about even here on health. Resources are definitely in favor for Striker here. Try to get the, oh wow, nice down 3.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that was down 4. It went lower.
Conversion.
Okay, Fatal Blow is available here. This is where the turnaround can happen. If Striker gives Get Wrecked the chance, it's not going to happen. Crushing Blow wraps up the round 2-1. Brutality.
That was a nice little convert for the brutality.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Did a little run cancel there.
The Terminator wins.
I love this character. Terminator is such a solid character. All right, so 2-1 so far in this winners finals. And it's going back. If it still keeps the momentum that it's been going, then at best, Get Wrecked wins the next one, and then Striker wins it after. So really, we have to Get Wrecked has to make the stand here. Either they're going to change character, and they're committed either way. So
yeah, it's an excellent point. This is must win, and this means they're committed to a character. That's an excellent point. You can't change again, and they haven't. But if he does, he's gonna have to do it twice. He's gonna have to win it with it twice.
Because I don't think you go Kung. I wonder. Because Kung Lao, I don't think has the damage that Johnny would have. You know, Johnny can put on a bit more damage than what Kung Lao can. You're gonna have to open up Terminator a lot more with Kung Lao.
Yeah, and you could also say though too. I mean, the best defense is good offense, right?
Right.
You want to pressure him instead. The toss that you were talking about, the projectile toss, kind of the slow and active projectile, might be useful for the runs that the running man stance stuff that Arnold does or Terminator does. So okay, it looks like he's going in that direction.
Yeah, he's going for the possessed hat. Okay.
Yeah, I think it has a certain logic to it. They've been close matches though, so that's what makes it a hard choice.
All right, so let's see here.
Round 1, fight.
Yeah, either way. Oh, jeez. Uh-oh.
Nice.
All right, already getting the command grab to start here. And look at that. Already at 50% health. Pushed into the corner. Nice orbital hat to start here. Now let's get this going. Already had spent a meter anyways, so only able to get one more tornado out of that. There we go. Has to keep the pressure going. And a lot of it's going to be this chip damage, which is what you really want to look for, because Kung Lao can definitely take a few more risks than what Johnny can as far as block damage.
Oh no. It's gonna hurt.
Wow. Nice.
Okay. Yeah, so far you're seeing a lot of block strings, from Lau putting on the pressure onto Terminator instead of vice versa. So.
Okay, let's see. Yep, here we go. Yeah, because Johnny, we're seeing a lot more like spacing, right? Like you're going, like you do take advantage of the situation so long as your opponent is blocking, whereas Kung Lao can kind of set up a bit more of it, especially with orbital hat, possessed hat as well at full range.
Right.
We've seen Get Wrecked used possessed hat at closer range too in some situations, so I wonder if we'll see that happen again. Oh, wow. Yeah, breakaway. I don't want to deal with that damage there, but again, that's resources you can use. All right.
Big convert.
Yeah, has 2 bars, so if we can get this combo, and oh my god, another command throw. Do you do it again? No, goes for meaty.
It's possessed hat, it looks like. Ooh.
Yo!
Nice convert.
Really good stuff from Get Wrecked. Gonna take this.
Pretty decisive there, relatively speaking, right?
Yeah.
Compared to what we've seen. It's usually been
Absolutely.
played off in rounds with the 1 or 2 reads at the end, but man.
Well, again, you can play the pressure game so differently with Kung Lao, right? Like, you just keep press those buttons. You don't have, if I remember correctly, you don't have as many highs at all with Kung Lao, right? Like,
You change it's just a change of tempo. It's just a change of and layers of staggers, like the down 3 into orbiting hat, down 3 into down 3, down 3 into throw, all kinds of stuff there. And like you said with the sorry, I forget the name, possessed hat.
Yeah,
it's also kind of controls neutral a little bit in a more reserved sort of way, which I think kind of would frustrate a Terminator a little bit more.
Right. Which is interesting because I think Z hat as well. You know, the that
True.
projectile is a good option as well too. So I'd have to double check the variation cost for that one because I wonder what the cost difference is between possessed and Z hat.
Yeah, it might be one of those two bar or 2 slot moves or whatever. That's an excellent point though. Z hat's very active. It has its drawbacks, but I can definitely see it being useful.
Like you could definitely challenge the startup even. I feel like if you're awake at the wheel at least. But what Kung Lao is really setting that up. That's usually like a meaty setup. Yeah,
it's usually used as a meaty, exactly. But like I'm thinking, like you said, with the active frames of possessed hat, you can kind of use the hat in a similar way. It kind of acts as that buffer, preventing him from getting in.
Oh, nice, good attack. Nice, challenging the low. Alright, yep, let's back off here. Has a decent life lead, not really significant quite yet. There we go, there we go. Now you can really chill out. Because when you think about life leads in terms of Terminator, like it only takes a couple grabs and man, that's caught up right away.
A reset here and there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Boom. And just like that, already basically caught up. Had to get the breakaway here. Big boot.
Ooh.
Yeah. No punish though. Keep him guessing. Not your turn quite yet. Into fatal blow. I dig it.
Yeah. Take the round. It's such a critical match right now. This is literally going to decide who moves on. So you just take that.
Absolutely. All right. Match point. Yeah.
Match point. Sorry, I cut you off there.
No, we were on the same wavelength. We were saying the exact same thing.
Yeah, I think it's just a little. It's just kind of shocking a little bit how it's turned around.
Right.
And it's been pretty decisive too.
Kung Lao's about that speed.
Definitely, yeah. We were thinking like, okay, this might be just a change in tempo. The best defense is a good offense, but it really is kind of playing out that way.
Yeah, exactly. Because we don't see too many options coming from Terminator as quick as we were against like Johnny, for example.
Right.
And I wonder too if we pull out the teleports, if that's going to be, you know, if that would have been a different story here, maybe not as useful. Like,
right.
I wonder what the thinking is there.
Well, he's got him in the corner, so he does have a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Here. Oh, the big jump out, but no fatal blow. Goes for a breakaway. Okay, yeah, may as well. Yikes! Oh. The flawless block takes it. Get wrecked. Moves on 3-2 against Striker.
Doing it in style, that switch to Kung Lao does the trick.
Yeah, really good stuff here. Both players, honestly.
Yes. Yes, of course. And he had the most you can ask, the least you can ask for is just at least have a chance, you know, when he had Get Wrecked in the corner. But Get Wrecked responded to that very well. Well earned.
Absolutely. Well, that means that obviously Get Wrecked going to be sitting there in grand finals, chilling out for a second. Striker is going to have to take a little break, waiting for the losers finals match. Because next up we have Shady and Field Punk here in the loser semis.
Yep, fighting for the privilege of fighting Striker there in losers finals, so it should be a good one. They've fought each other in the past in different previous LKOs. We haven't done LKO in a while here,
Right.
for low kick, but they've faced each other in the past. They faced each other offline, in fact, as well. So there's a bit of a history with the two. I think as of late, Fuel Punk has had the upper hand between the two, but Shady's been looking good. I mean, Dark Elite had the upper hand on Shady earlier in the bracket, and Shady turned that right around real quick. So can't count that out. He's
Still
been
gonna
looking
throw
really
salt
strong
on that
himself.
wound, huh? You're still gonna call out that match?
I have to say, it was an impressive turnaround from Shady.
Yeah,
Shady's
let's
my
bring up the
boy, so I
replay
don't know
real
if you
quick.
What's up?
I would say, yeah, let's bring up the replay real quick if we got that on deck.
I mean, yeah, no, he's my boy. So I appreciated that he went ahead and did his business there, and I'm looking forward to this match. Fuel Punk is also very formidable, though, as you saw. He played it really close with Getrek. Getrek's been, props to him, doing really well and winning those, but these other challengers has shown that they're also close to that level, and only a few things really separate the two. So Fuel Punk's very good opponent there.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, man, Fuel Punk playing around with that that Cabal play, it's fantastic to see.
Right.
I mean, of course, regardless of what happens, these two players have both qualified for the GovX bracket.
Yes.
That's going to be happening on March 27th there for that $1,000 pop bonus. That is huge. But we're talking about today's competition and going further and taking as much of the pot as we can out of this match, Reno, which if you haven't checked out yet, be sure to do so as well. They still have 50-cent codes that you can use, LKMCQ MK11, for that free 50-cent donation there.
Yeah, I suspect this may have to do with seeding as well. Like if the higher they place here, I'm just speculating, but I would imagine that would help. It would only help to do better. And again, like you said, with the match Reno, placing higher is always going to help you get a bigger share of the pot. So there's still plenty to fight for here. Yeah,
absolutely. Ooh. So either we're going to see Joker, or you think Scorpion's going to show back up for Shady here?
He's also got a formidable spawn. So Shady's got a few different characters. Fuel Punk, we've only seen the Cabal, so I feel pretty strongly it's probably going to be Cabal. We'll see, though. We will see. Maybe Shady's going to try something different. I think Shady has used Scorpion a lot versus Fuel Punk in the past, though, so he may switch it up.
Cabal. The Joker.
Oh, already heard Cabal. Joker.
Okay.
I like the reach on Joker in this matchup, though. Like, if I'm being quite honest, like that Kane is just going to hit mad far.
Right. Yeah, and he's got good pressure himself. He's got a nice mid that has the invisible hurt box basically to it. It's the catch throw, I believe, right? So yeah, he's got some good options there on offense that he can. Again, it's the same deal. You fight offense with more offense on your end. You put pressure on them instead.
Has Kapow, jumping Jester. Okay. So the classic, though. I'm still hoping I see Joker's Ease Boing at some point, and I don't know why. I feel like I'll never see it again. That's the problem.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit like you said earlier, though. It's just with the way the new variations have been kind of working out, where people are experimenting. We may end up finding out that move ends up being heavy use here and there. So
right.
It just doesn't seem to be in this case.
Yeah, definitely not. Wow, and already going crushing blow opener at 50% right off the get here. Jeez Louise. Right. Wow. Trying to get that space here. Forcing the approach on Shady here because Fuel Punk does have to go in. Look at how much health they have available.
Yeah. He's doing really well so far.
Yeah.
Ooh. Shady misses the punish.
Ooh, okay.
Gets the one though.
Yep. Hittable cancel. Goes for down two and extend it another one. Wow. That's unfortunate. I really thought something was coming out of that.
Yeah. And smart of Shady, he did take the cancel, but he didn't go for the throw. Didn't want to cash that one out. He wants it as an option moving forward. So he knew the situation.
Yeah, let go of the block a bit early there. Nice conversion, duck under as well to get the side swap. Oh no!
Ooh. Just barely over that up too. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Spun again into the interactable to Reset the position. Yikes! Oh, one more touch will do it. Okay.
Wake up, but
Oh, no! You hate to see
into
it.
it. Yeah,
Can't anyone stop me?
yeah. Fuel Punk looking very strong. So
Yeah.
pretty straightforward. Mostly all him there, really. And I believe this one's first to 2 now, right? Because this is semis.
Yep.
Yeah, so Shady's the urgency's already there as far as what he's gonna have to do to adjust.
Yeah, and with the work that Shady was putting in with Scorpion, I'm curious to see if maybe there's a change back to that for this matchup in particular.
Right.
Cabal.
It was his first main, so
Yeah.
if it happens, I could see that happening.
Yeah. Opts for Joker again. And not a terrible pick either as well. It's just a matter of like really combating that neutral game against Fueled Punk. And unfortunately, Fueled has been really controlling it. The pace of the match is definitely headed in Fueled's favor. Shady needs to try to really get set up here.
Yeah, the adjustment's at this point looks like it's gonna have to come from just how you play the match rather than who you play. So
Round 1.
we will see if there's any adjustments made. Is this the same stage? We just got the same stage twice.
Yeah, we got the same stage twice.
I mean, I'm not complaining. It's one of my favorites, but it is pretty interesting that we get into it again.
Yeah, absolutely. Like a rare thing to happen.
Right.
Okay. Buzzsaw already. No crushing blow quite yet. Damage a little bit slowing down here. And no. Yep, Fuel Punk winning that interaction here. Already at the 50% life lead here. And again, the big reach.
Yeah, he just got a better. Ooh, the breakaway too is bad. Yeah, get them all out of the way, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're on the first round, so may as well.
Right. Okay, nice. Yep, and Shady again not cashing out on the throw. He's just doing a good old cancel.
Wow, what a combo! Let's go,
Yeah.
Shady.
If he makes the comeback.
Yikes, the jumping jester almost costing him the round there, and that'll do it.
Ah, close. He made it close.
Yeah.
There's something to build off of, if you're Shady. So, and he's got him in the corner too. So this is a good opportunity.
Right, you're definitely
If
getting warmed
you
up.
will need to win this round. Absolutely to stay in this.
Oh, okay. Good recognition on the Nomad dash. Not going to be able to get that confirmed.
Oh,
Now
wow.
we got it.
He just dialed that one in. He was very confident that was going to hit.
Saw the wind up from Joker and knew that you're going to be overcommitted, so may as well. Big jump in, makes it slight air.
Okay.
All right, yeah, this is getting something started here.
Shady's time to shine a bit. Okay, no, not quite. Oh, he's got another hit though. Good.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Okay, good recognition on the breakaway though. All right.
Yeah.
Getting within fatal blow range even, so it has to confirm into it. Okay, goes for cancel, try to open up again. No, tries to get the anti-air, but the air buzzsaw stuffs it.
Oh man.
Jeez. Okay, nice delay get up here. Yikes! The reach coming from Cabal does take the W here. 2-0.
Cabal wins.
Yeah, nicely done by Fuel Punk there. Shady was inching closer, I think if this was like the final, if this was like winners or losers finals, he might have had a better chance. Maybe he would have figured something out. But Fuel Punk doing an excellent job just shutting the door.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good job from Fuel Punk. Although, like, just the level of play from Fuel Punk right now is absolutely insane. Like, it's on a different level entirely. It's Cabal things too. Like, to play like that is really hard. It's not easy. It takes a lot of practice to get to that level of play with Cabal.
Yeah, he's got such a grasp on the tempo of the match, in keeping that going. And kind of overwhelming the opponent with all that stuff. When he's making reads on like delay, even his reads on delays and such, he makes the reads with such snappiness to it. He'll when he decides he wants to stop delaying, he's not. Basically, what I'm trying to say is he's not being indecisive at all. Really.
Right.
So when he delays, he does it with a purpose, with a certain set of amount of time, and then goes into pressure again. So very decisive play. So that's and that only helps in making better adjustments because you know what reads you're making. You're conscious of what you're doing, so you're better able to make adjustments when you need to.
Absolutely. I mean, he's Field's definitely been really confident in every decision that's been made
Right.
so far, and able to just
Right.
really commit and being able to do that. Like knowing that your game plan is so strong at that point, like it's definitely going to carry you pretty far. And clearly it does pay off. You know, confidence is so important, especially like when you're at high level play. Like you hear a lot of players that know they're real nice at a game, and it shows. It definitely shows. Good stuff. All right,
Yeah,
so
practice makes perfect. You know, you build confidence with reps, all that kind of stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
you definitely see that they work really hard at it, and it's gotten them this far. So props to him,
yeah,
and props to Shady for making this far too. So
yeah,
good adjustments on his part. He's put up a challenge somewhat. You know, again, that probably didn't go the way he wanted, but fourth is very nice to place in this bracket, and it also, like you said earlier, it did put him into the qualifying. So it did qualify him for the main event here. So
exactly.
good for him. Excellent job.
So that does mean that Field Punk does move on to losers finals up against Striker.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be the first time these two have faced each other because they're on opposite ends of the bracket.
Yeah, I was tempted to say they played, but I was wrong. That was Field Punk and Get Wrecked. So he would have played everyone that's still in bracket, basically. He's already played Get Wrecked, and now he'll have his opportunity against Striker. So this should be a fun one.
Ooh, I really wonder if Terminator can keep up with this.
Yeah. And you saw how that tempo, right? That the shift to get him, the shift that Get Wrecked made to put pressure on Terminator kind of paid off. And I get the sense that kind of suits the style that Field Punk likes to play too. So maybe that type of game plan will kind of work out. We'll see. But
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
kind of the hunch I have. But also, we did see the patient impulse gameplay with the teleports and the kind of disruption that caused with Field Punk's style of play. So maybe we'll see the teleport out of Striker.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that was a thing. Like,
Yeah.
uh-oh.
Maybe. Oh,
That
okay,
is
never mind.
true.
Forget that. Forget
Striker did play Rambo earlier on in this bracket.
He did. Okay. Didn't know that, but that's that explains some things. Okay. He likes action stars.
Or actually, no, excuse me. I'm sorry. I had Striker confused with another player in the bracket. This is the first time that we've seen Striker use Rambo at all.
This should be very interesting then.
Yeah.
He's got the crawl, okay, Claymore. I assume that's command grab Fubar, right? I'm not as familiar with how he plays, but
And that's the scary thing, though, is that, like, okay, let's see how this works out. Nice.
Oh,
Gets the knockdown for stuff. Okay, I dig it. But like I was saying off stream with Rambo, is like Rambo takes some time to set up if you don't get the right read off the bat.
And he's putting on damage, but he is locking himself in the corner. Okay, now he's getting himself out. I was gonna say it's good to kind of let them come to you sometimes, but you also don't want to walk yourself to the corner.
Absolutely here. Uh-oh. Nice block on the air. Uh-oh. Yeah, try to get the trip guard there. Not a bad decision. Claymore setup. I love it. I love it.
The down one anti-air there was pretty slick. Yeah. He threaded the needle there to go land ahead of the Claymore.
Really did. And that's scary too. Like,
right.
You have to worry about that positioning, especially too. Sure, I have a projectile in the arrow that can really try something. The leopard crawl still coming out. Oh my goodness.
No. Okay, so this will be round.
Right.
This is a very entertaining round so far.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially the first time we're seeing Rambo in this bracket at all today.
And if we have this to look forward to for the rest of this losers finals, that should be a treat.
Mm-hmm. Good blocks here. Unfortunately, got scoops.
That's one of my favorite back throws in the game. I think it looks cool.
It is cool.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my goodness. I'm not ready to block any of this. I'm sorry. Like a couple leopard crawl hits? No.
Seriously.
So you like to be king of the skies, huh, Cabal? Well, I like to be the king of the floor.
I wonder how that low profiles with jumping. It'd be hard to react to with that.
Yeah, I wonder what the hurt box looks like on that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, you got the jump in. It landed awkwardly, so they're going to be standing right in front of each other for next round.
Yeah. Yeah, nice down one challenge here, but gonna get scooped. Oh my goodness. Stuff to get up to. Oh.
Nice launcher.
It was crazy though is that we're seeing Fuel Punk like in the first round really tried to play that same game they've been playing this entire bracket, but now we're seeing less of that because Striker has been countering a lot of those situations that Fuel Punk has been so comfortable in this whole bracket.
Right. Yeah, he's putting on the pressure himself.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, the run up, down one, anti-air, into the command throw. Oh, the leprechaun! Stop it! Into
Claymore
Claymore
2 in the corner. Oh no.
Oh, good try with the down two.
How did he get out of that?
Oh my goodness. Nobody is ready for the leprechaun. No one is ready for the leopard to crawl.
Swiping at their ankles and everything. Yeah, he's pretty happy about that win, it looks like.
That yell makes me so uncomfortable. Just
It does have this weird uncanniness where it's like you're staring at him a little too long, right? A little unsettling, but
who are you yelling at? Why are you yelling?
yeah, seriously.
Oh man.
Rambo.
All right, well, a good start for Striker here using Rambo. I feel like Striker at this point only picked up Mortal Kombat for the 80s characters, or 90s characters, rather. Well, no, 80s for RoboCop, right? Late 80s?
You know, that's a good point. I didn't even consider that. It's just an 80s themed kind of deal. That could be it. It could just be how magical the 80s were with their action stars, but
yeah.
We did get Alien vs. Predator, after all, in MKX, so...
Right, that's true. All the horror characters are in. Here we go, Rambo getting spun up into the corner. This is the gameplay we're used to from Fuel Punk here. Dropped it, though. Nice. Into EX command throw. To the corner you go. Oh, boy. Nice back throw. Oh, wow. Interesting. I guess the first hit actually didn't try to connect with the leopard crawl there. Goes for the grab off the leopard crawl. Not working out for you. Boom. Nice conversion, but goes for the side switch instead. All right. And that'll do it here.
Yeah, it looks like he cut that combo short just to get some extra jump and pressure and, again, throw off the tempo, right?
Right.
Striker, for how they respond to defense. Make that offense a little bit less predictable.
Yep.
I mean, there isn't really tech rolls like there is in other fighting games. Everything's a hard knockdown in this game, so...
Right. And that's the thing, too. Like I keep saying, with the change of tempo, you're becoming harder and harder to read as the game goes on because you don't know when these situations are going to begin or end. Nice crushing blow here. At this point in the bracket, I'm almost just tempted to say, just let's not break away at all on Fuel Punk. Like, that just seems like a safe thing to do.
Right.
Take the combo at this point. Nice command throw here. We have to start it, but it's going to be a tall order here for Striker, especially with Rambo. Yikes. Yeah, that'll do it.
Decisive turnaround. I mean, no characters were changed.
Yeah.
It was just...
Cabal wins.
Go ahead.
I was just saying with Striker, though, like, just a completely different momentum shift entirely. Like, Fuel Punk just really pushed that whole set this time around.
It felt like he just got the first hit and just didn't let go. Like, that was really it.
Right.
And just in all those neutral situations, he just didn't let Rambo set up. I think that's a big part of it because the first game, he puts the Claymore down and you kind of know what the match is gonna end up looking like, right? You get a general idea. So, okay, so now we see a character switch. So that would explain things a little bit.
All right. So,
Lost hive of the chitin.
what's the variation though on this Terminator? If it's teleport,
yeah, teleport could be there.
Running Man, nope.
Running Man though, no. Yeah, so no teleport. It doesn't look like.
I wonder if that was just combat zoners because we only saw the teleport used against
True.
Scarlet.
Yeah. Yeah, very fair, very fair. I just would have thought maybe the float stuff he would have just been able
Right.
to combat the mobility with his own form of mobility.
Right.
My imagination's running wild after seeing Patient Impulse use it to such great effect. So
Right. And also to think about too, like Striker is a really like a solid and patient Terminator, like willing to kind of bide their time, waiting for those like really strong openings. I mean, we've seen some situations where we've seen like tick throws just come out of nowhere.
that's definitely.
Right, nice. Grab. Okay, well, you got to make something happen here and now to stop this momentum. Still, it's a first to 3 in this one.
Round 2.
But
Fight.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Striker. You made the character switch, and it's not looking like he's able to apply a game plan with it.
And we do see the walk down happening. This is a start. Shotgun walk down to the corner. Good
Wow.
guess from Fuel Punk here.
Interrupt.
Oh boy. Just a little out of range there for the down 3.
Oh,
Down 4 rather. That's the down 3. Excuse me.
the meme comes alive there.
Nice. Got another one. Uh-oh.
That's a quite a micro duck there. It's like, oh, unfortunately,
stop
get the-
doing breakaways against Cabal.
Oh man,
Can't anyone stop me?
block string, and he knew he didn't want Terminator to go into his overhead low mix up.
Yep.
But he knew those would have a long enough startup to be interrupted by a poke, even though he just finished his block string. So he just went for it. He's just not letting them start their game plan at all. He's just, again, it's that tempo thing about him. He just makes the reasons decisive. He wasn't slow on the poke, right? He wasn't slow on the string. He did it right away.
Absolutely.
That adds to the effectiveness of it. There's no chance it could go wrong. So if it gets blocked, if it gets blocked, then so be it, right? He just goes on to the next thing. But yeah, just excellent read there by him.
That's one. That's knowledge and being well practiced this far into the game. I mean, Cabal,
Right.
like I said, has been there since day one. This particular version of Cabal has not been there since day one. But boy, Cabal players, if you've still been playing Cabal, you know how this character works in and out. And two, just like understanding the buttons at that point, like to continue pressing and continue having the confidence in each set. This is going to be interesting. Having Jax out as well. Striker clearly likes the big damage.
Yeah, the whole the big damage, the big guys basically.
Yeah.
Military, maybe there's some themes there.
Military,
the metal
theme.
arms, the cybernetic arms, and Arnold. So there's some themes he's going off of.
Jax did reference Predator, so there's still a little bit of that.
Okay. That's right.
Okay. Let's start. And unfortunately, crushing blow to start.
Yeah, it's actually it's a pretty rough start to start off with, but we'll see. Oh no, here it goes again.
We gotta stop breaking away at this point. All right, it's off the board though, but you have to make this count because you're looking like you're about to lose this round.
True.
All right, one
Yeah,
more
I
hit.
don't know what he offers in neutral to pressure Fuel Punk. Fuel Punk could just float around and throw blades and jump in.
And I feel like Rambo was honestly a really good pick. It just once he couldn't get the momentum, like that was it. Whereas Terminator and Jax even just having a harder time, and Cabal is just flying all over the place.
Okay, there we go. Command
Start.
grab.
Really big meaty. Yeah, okay.
Oh, nice.
Really good spacing. Nice footsies from Striker here.
Okay, now we're seeing the game plan. It's just about putting him in the corner and pressuring.
Yeah.
It looks like.
Which is
Nicely
exactly
done.
where Jax wants the opponent to be, right? Like, keep you guessing in that corner situation.
Final round.
Well done. He's showing some signs of life here, and he needs to because this is it.
Oh, no punish, though. Yikes. Okay. The breakaway, yeah. That's a good time to break away, though. He's already in the air. We don't have to worry about it, crushing blows. I mean, sure, it's off the board at this point, but that right there is a good time. All right, heating up here. Gonna try to, nice.
He's being really patient.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. He's not trying to always take his turn.
I mean, because we've seen that with Terminator, right? That took patience to really walk down your opponents and still being patient. Here, yikes. That should wrap it up here in just a second. One more combo will do it. Yeah, there you go.
Can't anyone stop me?
Cabal wins.
Jeez, Lou.
Yeah, geez Louise, yeah. Seriously. Well done by Field Punk to just breeze through these. Made the big adjustment. He looked like Stryker was going to run away with it, almost quite literally, with the way he was playing Rambo there, but he turned it around, and Stryker didn't come up with an answer. He tried a few different characters, and Field Punk ran through them all.
Yeah, man, Field Punk ran through them all. You could say that again.
Oh, right.
Well, we're about to run through these ads really quick before grand finals. You guys are amazing. You, Grolix and Zero, thank you guys so much for bringing the awesome brackets so far. But we're not done. We've got one more match, one more set ahead of you guys. But before we get to it, like I said, we're going to get through these ads. And I'm going to make them really quick because I don't want to put these players on ice, so here we go. Tactical Combat, GovX. The finals of which are happening Saturday, March 27th. You're going to be seeing a few qualifying events here and there. Until then, this is one of them. We've got the ESL one next week. Then we've got another one the following week. I will get to that one in just a moment. But $1,000 base prize pool in the Match Arena is still open. So you guys can head over to matcharena.com/govx Tactical Combat with a K. You know what it is, Mortal Kombat. Dunk that pot, or dunk your money into that pot to make it big. Do not dunk the pot itself. But DBO, Downtime Beatdown Online, is also doing a Mortal Kombat 11 event for Saturday, March 20th at 6 p.m. Central Time, hosted by Central Illinois FGC. There is a Match Arena. It is sponsored. If you guys want more information, head on over to discord.gg/CIFGC. Get the info from Arneezy himself. Sign up for the Mortal Kombat 11 and Injustice 2 brackets now. We've also got Chamber of Souls, which is another tactical combat qualifier happening over at twitch.tv/GandyMan. Another base prize pool of $1,000. Wait, another one? Hold up. You guys should probably hit up GandyMan on Twitter to see the more info about that. But that's happening March 19th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Definitely sign up for that one now. If you guys want to support Low Kick ourselves, you guys can swing on over to the merch store, kickit.store. Pick up that Midwest shirt. Pick up that Low Kick snapback. Pick up one of them Low Kick hoodies. We got more merch growing. We got more stuff coming your way. Please swing on over there and stay tuned. Follow us on Twitter. And you can follow us on Twitter to follow up on the EX Saturdays updates. All right. This is our Low Kick podcast. It happens Saturdays at 5 p.m. No specific Saturday. Just one Saturday in the month. We've got a lot of events that happened over the course of the last couple of months, so we got a lot to talk about. Stay tuned on our Twitter page. We will keep you guys updated as for when the next EX Saturdays is going to happen. And as usual, thank you guys for being here for Low Kick Online Friday. We also do these events on Tuesdays. Usually every time it's at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We post up our schedule. So for the March schedule, we've got the next Saturday, we are doing Soul Calibur 6. Or I'm sorry, next Friday, that's March 19th, we got Soul Calibur 6. And then the Friday after that, we've got Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. This upcoming Tuesday, we've got Them's Fighting Herds. The Tuesday after that, we've got Under Night, the Beginner's Bracket, the Scrub Brackets. If you're Scrub, just started playing Under Night, or you're getting to know Under Night and getting a little bit better, sign up for that bracket. And then the Tuesday afterwards, we got Blaze Blue Central Fiction. You guys remember that game? You're about to. Remember that bracket. It's going to happen. Them's Fighting Herds next Tuesday. Soul Calibur 6 next Friday. And right now, we got the bracket. Thank you, everybody. Hope you're having fun with the bracket. Thank you.
I mean, I'm certainly having fun with this
You
bracket.
better
Are
be
you
having
having
fun, Zero? Both of you guys better be having
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, no, it's been a very impressive show of, high level MK11 play.
Yeah,
Very impressed so far.
we are having fun, and I have not been threatened to say we are having fun.
That's right. That's right. No,
Yeah, so we have Get Wrecked and Field Punk. This would be like a rematch, I believe. Winner semis. So yeah, I'll run back from winner semis. where I think Fuel Get Wrecked made this made one of his switches to Lao, I believe, in this one as well, where he kind of just he responded by putting pressure on Fuel Punk instead of taking in the pressure from Fuel Punk. So it seems to be the theme. It's like the only way to really slow him down is to kind of give him offense of your own and turn it around on him.
That's the thing, right? Like Cabal wants to keep pressing buttons. Well, you know what? I'm going to keep pressing buttons. So who's going to win? Whoever has the better buttons.
Right. Yeah, fight fire with fire. That kind of that kind of deal is seems to be the answer so far. So we'll see if Fuel Punk has an answer to that. He does have to win this set and another set if he does.
Right.
If he is going to take this tournament. So
yeah, Fuel Punk has a tall order, but at the rate that Fuel Punk has been playing, that consistency has been there throughout this entire bracket. So let's see how this turns out here. Fuel Punk coming with Spawn.
Okay.
Not a bad pick, honestly, though.
First,
Spawn,
different character. We haven't seen, this is literally the only time we've seen him do this. So this isn't anything like we were expecting. So,
right.
Okay.
Going back to Johnny Cage for Get Wrecked. So opting for Kung Lao at the start here. So let's see how this turns out. Charging Health Spawn and Letha Glide. Letha Glide. I read that.
So he wants the big damage off the regular converts, I believe. Charging Health Spawn, I think, is the pop-up usually. So he will forego, I think, a breakaway, armor breaker, basically, by taking this variation, but he will get the big damage for every hit. So that's maybe what he's banking on. Just the big damage.
Oof. All right, so the trades are on deck here, but Get Wrecked Yo is taking the lead so far here. Nice delay in the EX there.
Okay.
Ooh, still not your turn quite yet. Just out of range.
That 3-4 from Spawn, very strong. Excellent range, is kind of disjointed too. It's just a hitbox just sticks out there without any threat of getting hit or counter hit.
Down one here.
Zoning, just simple zoning so far.
Yeah.
Projectile game. He's got a quick projectile himself to Spawn, so.
Yeah, really good down one challenges here from Fuel Punk too.
Yep.
Okay, nice. Got the low. Oh no!
This is the convert. That was gutsy.
Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think that chipped out. Well, no, it didn't chip out.
He had the flawless, and I wonder if he tried to get like an up two out of it and just did not.
Oh, possibly. Yeah.
Oh wow, just out of range of that.
It looked like a big opportunity for whip punish, but he didn't get the conversion.
Yeah. Oh, okay. EX still get the second. Right, yeah, and just playing at this range, honestly, Spawn should be pretty comfortable there. Nice flawless block on the jump in.
Nice.
Jeez, flawless on flawless here. Okay. Yeah, put you right back in the corner. We could stay at this range all day because we got chains coming out of my body.
Ooh.
Jeez. All right, yep. Okay, so now we have the corner situation here. This is really good for Get Wrecked. Can make this really count here. Should be able to close it out.
Yeah, and almost as important is he's well positioned here for the final round. Getting getting Fuel Punk in the corner. So this is looking really good for him.
Yep. Let's play the zoning game here, but watch out for the run up down ones here. Those have been really getting a lot of mileage here from Fuel Punk. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it has deceptive range, so yeah, it's a decent tool, it appears.
Jeez. Really good ducks here from Get Wrecked, but unfortunately going to get scooped into the corner. Nice backdash here. Okay.
This converts off the 3. He knows the 3-4 probably would have missed, so that was really impressive.
Yeah. I also really like the spacing from Fuel Punk. They're opting to get in like a mid-range situation to continue throwing fireballs and then make that full charge approach again. Really smart stuff here playing with ranges that just really outplays Johnny in that situation there until Johnny comes in. Nice ducks. Good trade. Can't trade too many of those. Get Wrecked is in fatal blow situation here. Yikes.
It's looking good. It's a very
no.
methodical style, but it's been
Yeah.
working.
And it's super frustrating for a character like and player that plays like Johnny Cage or even like Kung Lao, right? Because you're still playing that runaway game, but then still coming in, you're making that pacing situation. And of course, like he keeps saying throughout this entire bracket, Philpunk's tempo is so important, right? Because it's really throwing off that offensive game. Because of course, Get Wrecked wants to make that approach, but then there's that fear of like, all right, is Fuel going to step in and start pressing buttons when I decide to step in? And
Yeah, those down ones.
Yeah,
Like those
exactly.
down ones, for instance. The 3-4, stand 3-4.
Yep.
And then there's projectile and just staggering that with the amplify and non-amplify. So lots of layers to how he times and changes up the timings of his pressure.
Yeah. Of course, it started out great. Like I thought it was going to be a problem, especially with
Right.
Johnny using fireballs. It just did not turn
Right.
out that way.
Yeah, no, I was impressed too. It was a nice turnaround. And Geralt had his moments. You know, he had his
Yes.
moments. He had Fuel Punk in the corner, if I remember correctly, and Fuel Punk, to his credit, just made the adjustment and clawed his way out, and then you know the rest of the game was his. So
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, Get Wrecked. Maybe just trying to download as much information as they can. I mean, you have plenty of time, right? Of course,
True.
you know, you can lose one set. You'd rather not, but you can.
yes, absolutely correct. Yeah, so that's a good point. That's what makes this more impressive from Fuel Punk almost though, because he's just picking a brand new character. He didn't have to. I mean, you'd be more you'd be more inclined for using your best character, right? You might expect it from the winners. Ooh, nice. Yeah.
Oh, dropped it though. And look at this life lead already here. Get Wrecked can
Yeah.
kind of play comfortably at this range here. Can also zone. Like these trades wouldn't be bad at this point either.
Right. Ooh,
Yep.
I could have got a little bit more, I think, or a good deal more.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He could have confirmed into something else, gotten a full combo off that punish this
Right.
time.
Right.
Oh no. Yikes! Got caught with the counter hit.
And see, there's that mid. I know, you know, I've heard Johnny's, you know, I've heard the thing about Johnny not having mids. I mean, that's where it came into play, though. It has decent
Right.
range, not the most damaging, but it got him the round there.
It shut down options for spawn, anyways, right? Like
True.
gives Fuel Punk a moment of pause as well. Like changing that tempo is really important. All right, yeah, this is actually really scary. The back and forth, like every time I see Fuel decide to start moving, I'm like, I don't know if I want to come at you.
Yeah, it's really his movement. I mean, we credited a lot of it to the way Cabal plays, and rightfully so. But I mean, Fuel Punk's a big factor with how that
Yeah,
affects the opponent as well.
yeah, it's definitely not just the character. Like we've been saying this entire bracket, every time Fuel Punk is covered, it's from hours of practice and just doing really well, understanding the game and how it works.
Right.
Nice, good patience from Fueled here. Which is interesting. Fueled not pressing buttons to keep pressure on, but of course you're playing Spawn this time around. And nice armor break here, lots of damage. Yeah, we'll go for chips.
Nice.
Bring in the
Nice
sauce.
adjust-
The salsa, not the sauce for the chips.
Yeah. The guac, right? He's going green.
Yep. Going green, gotta get the guac in. You know, these avocados, they rot pretty quickly if you expose them to air, so.
True. I heard lemon juice helps with that, but maybe
Does it
I'm wrong.
really? I'm not a guac fan, so I wouldn't know.
Oh,
You
okay.
educate me. Like,
Gotcha. No worries. Yeah, it's I think that's one thing. It's like the acidity of it helps preserve that or something. But again, I'm not positive. I'm not a chef or a culinary
Right.
artist.
I'm not a culinarian either.
You don't like guacamole?
No, I don't like guac. Like to me, avocado has no flavor.
What?
It doesn't. And you know what? It might be messed up. Like maybe I have messed up taste buds, but guac does nothing for me.
It's like the texture of it that adds something to it. It's got a very mellow and mild flavor to it. So it's just,
Right.
I think the contrast to stuff that we would normally be used to eating, I think is part of the appeal. But
Like I feel like you put guac on salsa that's too spicy for you, like to cool it down.
yep.
I'm like, I'm not a coward. I will eat the salsa.
I hear you. Yeah. I mean, it's all good.
It is all good. No hate on anybody eating guac. and I definitely don't hate on anybody that's playing Johnny as well as Get Wrecked.
Right. And yeah, and it looks like Fuel Punk's sticking with Spawn too. More importantly, I was trying to get it earlier. It's impressive that he's going for Spawn when he has no sets to give here. This is it for him. So
nice absorb there. Okay, yeah, willing to make these trades here, but you can't do that for much longer either, especially since Get Wrecked has the life lead there. Nice charge. There we go. Oh, wow. Good breakaway there, though. Now has lead. Now can play this distance game, too. Forcing the walk in. Yeah, that's that conditioning, right? Forcing Get Wrecked to get close. Like, keep coming at me. Go for it. Forget about blocking for a second here. Oh, wait. And then come in with that 3.
One thing I did like and appreciate of that is that he moved forward, too.
Yeah.
When you play defensive, you want to be active when you defense. You don't want to just... Oh, wow.
Yo, this is bad news, Bears.
You let it
nice reset. Yo! Okay, yeah. That was getting really scary really fast. Oh, overcommitted, though. That's unfortunate. Let's get you out of the sky there.
Nice cancel. And he opens up some space. There you go.
Ooh, okay, nice down 1. Here we go. Yo, keep you guessing. Try to get him to overcommit. Down 1.
You just walked right under. Can you?
I know, right? That's that knowledge, right? Of just like knowing the spacing of your character movement. Like in this game, movement, like you don't think about movement too much, but it's so important in this game.
It's true. It's true. Just knowing the limits and all that, very important.
All right, here we go.
Oh.
2-1. Fuel Punk looking to go for a reset here. But we're not out of the woods yet.
Yep, we need one more to take the set. Or sorry, to take the... Well, I guess the set. He needs to win 2 sets. So, yeah, very nicely done. And again, that was it. He took the delay, and then he went for the 3-4. There was no... I didn't sense indecisiveness there from him. Usually when you delay, sometimes there's that spaghetti that comes out, right? You delay a little too long, you're a little slow with the poke. He did the delay, did the pause, and decided he would go with the 3-4 right away. He's just really quick on the draw. So
Johnny Cage.
Excellent job for adjusting. I thought maybe he would switch a character or something, but no, he's sticking with Spawn, sticking it out.
It's not bad. I mean, honestly, the damage that you get on Spawn, the potential with crushing blows as well. Spawn is a scary character that we don't see enough of either.
Yeah, he's a little bit. He's known for doing big damage, but you're right. I don't think he's known for much else as much. 3-4 is a nuisance, though. I think people do recognize that.
Yeah.
But what you do beyond that, right, it's a little bit hazy.
Right. I mean, like, if you look at the way that Fuel Punk is playing, right, like controlling the neutral game with these buttons here, controlling the pacing, pushing him away with fireballs, and down 1 shutting down a lot of options that Johnny Cage puts out there. Okay, here we go, down 2.
He anticipated the breakaway, it looks like.
Yeah. Oh, wow, nice. Really good full punish there. Yep, breakaway. I don't want to take too much damage either. Oh, jeez, that's scary. That duck, if you would have recognized that, though.
Yeah.
All right, and playing the full screen game, I don't blame you. You have the life lead. What's Johnny going to do except for a back 3? I don't think so.
Didn't have the meter, unfortunately, to get the pop-up. Oh.
Yo, the challenge. Of course, why not? The armor wouldn't have saved you.
Yeah, you're right. He had low health, so that's totally the right call.
Nice conversion here. 50% health already. Holy cow. All right, now we have the momentum going here in Get Wrecked's favor. Oh, jeez. Nice backdash here from Get Wrecked here, and great approach. Oh, boy.
Nicely done. Nice little delay. Oh, no, that's an error. Wow. I sensed an error there with that one.
Yeah. It's probably not what you were looking for. Jeez, the patience from Get Wrecked here. Oh my goodness, man, he gets it. It does pay off. The quick dash and a block here. Calling out the fatal blow from Fuel Punk here.
That's a gutsy call out.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
A split second later on that guard, yeah, you got hit.
Yeah, seriously, that would have been it.
Nice lows once again. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's how long that down 2 recovery is. Like, you got a full throw punish after I made a sandwich to watch that happen.
Yeah. That was real close.
Nice.
Oh no, again?
I mean, to be fair, he's been canceling that sometimes. Oh no. Oh, just dropped it though. That's all right. Still in it, not overextending here. And that damage is mounting here into fatal blow range once again, but it's gonna count. No, he gets it. He closes it out. 2-2 in this grand final set. Get Wrecked Yo is looking to try to take it all, but Fuel Punk is still poised and still keeping the composure to get the reset.
Yeah, this is a nice back and forth. It was 2-1 in their previous set, so it would stand to reason that they would have a very close one this time. And even though Fuel Punk changed characters, it's still very close. So it looked like it was Fuel Punk's match, I thought, for a little bit in this.
It really did.
Yeah, the start. I'm not sure how that happened. I'm still not quite positive, but he just again, it's the composure there, I'd say, from Get Wrecked doing a lot of the work there.
Right. Making a lot of excellent decisions, playing the neutral game really well, like just adjusting really well overall, considering the start of this set where Fuel Punk really controlled the pace, had a lot of conditioning going on Get Wrecked, but now like some cracks in the offense, it seems like maybe, but let's see. It's been back and forth this entire set. So maybe it's Fuel Punk's turn to continue the momentum, get the reset, or Get Wrecked Yo finally found a way over this hurdle.
Yeah, no, this one will be a good one. And again, no changes oh no, there is. No, there isn't. Sorry.
No, there isn't.
No, there isn't.
You mixed yourself and it hasn't even started.
I sure did. I saw the nameplate say Cabal, and it threw me off. But no, still spawned, still the same variation.
Oh, nice air to air. Had to break away. That could have been worse. Jeez. I hear the flawless block and I just wince in fear. I'm like, no! Alright, just regular crotch punch. Interesting here. Yeah, just saving that meter here for this corner situation. That does it. Yeah. We're set up for tournament point on Get Wrecked Yo's side.
Yeah, and off the strength of a lot of just pokes and pressure, and not a huge combo, really.
Right. If you can win the neutral, I mean, it's still pretty well your game as a Johnny Cage player. Here we go. In the corner we go. Get the full extension into... Yep. Oh, no.
We were thinking the same thing. This is looking very decisive for Get Wrecked.
All right, no meter. Gonna take a little breather. Yo, no punish. Caught low once again. Gotta double tap the feet.
Okay, nice delay.
Okay, good block on the interactable here. Life lead still in Get Wrecked Yo's favor. That can turn around in an instant. Goes for the normal crotch blow there. Yeah, had no offensive meter to even get it back though. All right. Fatal blow is available here for Fuel Punk. Gonna have to make a solid read in this situation because one more combo will do it.
Oh no.
That's not the answer. Wow. What a set. Get Wrecked Yo 3-2 over Fuel Punk in tonight's low kick online bracket. Ladies and gentlemen, Get Wrecked Yo taking first place. Fuel Punk taking second. Third place going over to MK Striker. And then fourth place going to Shady. All four qualifying for the GovX tournament that's going to be happening on the 27th. And they all get that shot at that $1,000. Great set from everybody.
Yeah, excellent job by Get Wrecked to shut the door there. It was looking very close, back and forth between the two, but that last game, just not having it, was on point with all the interrupts, and you got the nice jump-ins there to get the damage going, and made Fuel Punk have to make some difficult reads, as you saw there at the very end. So well done by Get Wrecked. Congrats on the win. Well done by Phil Punk to get this far, of course. And again, the rest of our competitors, excellent job as well.
Absolutely. I mean, Get Wrecked, really putting on a show. Honestly, Fuel Punk showing plenty of great knowledge, especially with the Cabal play. I loved it. I can't say enough about it from this entire bracket. And it was great to see all the variety that we did see. I mean, of course, we ended up seeing a Rambo in the bracket. We saw Terminator in the bracket as well.
Scarlet, Terminator, Raiden.
So, yeah, Raiden. Oh, my gosh. Along with Scarlet. So, yeah. Well, it's been one heck of a ride. Thank you, everyone that tuned in for this. I mean, I'm flabbergasted at this entire series. I'm definitely going to be watching it back again because there's a lot of great matches to be had here. Thank you, Grolix, as well, too, for joining me on commentary.
Oh, yeah. Happy to help. Likewise, appreciate your commentary as well. It's very fun doing this. And, yeah, had a great time watching the games. Thank you for Low Kick for running this as well. Hosting the FK community, showing their skills. So it's always a pleasure to see.
Absolutely. So once again, this has been Low Kick Online, Mortal Kombat 11. But that's not all that Low Kick is going to be hosting this month. Of course, on the 16th, you can look forward to them's fighting herds. And then on the 19th, you're going to have some Soul Calibur as well. The 23rd, you're going to get that Under Night in Birth CLR bracket. That's the beginner's bracket. So definitely tune in if you're new to the game or just kind of curious. It's a great bracket to check out. And of course, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid will be on the 26th, and then the 30th we have that Blaz Blue coming out. Central Fiction, of course, not BB Tag, unfortunately. Sorry, you BB Tag fans. There's a lot of you out there, but you missed it. That was earlier this month. You missed it. Well, it's been a ride. I've been Zero. You can follow me at Zero Syndicate on Twitter or twitch.tv/Zero Syndicate, where I'm usually playing Destiny. But stay tuned for some fighting games out there, including Grand Blue Versus and Guilty Gear Strive. Grolix, where can they follow you?
It says at Grolix there. I don't actually have a Twitter though. I do have a Twitch. I'm just dabbling my feet in some streaming. It's nothing too serious, just with quarantine and all. So I have put some. I have noted. I did say GG's here recently, so if y'all want to lend me a follow on Twitch, feel free to do so. But Grolix21 is my Twitch, but no Twitter. But I'm still happy to be part of this, so not a problem there. And yeah, that's it for me.
Well, thank you again. Be sure to give a follow to Low Kick Esports for future events as well. Of course, you can feel free to leave a subscription as well. If you have Amazon Prime, you do have Twitch Prime. That's a free $5 that Amazon gets that you don't want to give to them for free. Give it to Low Kick so they can continue to run these awesome events. Well, until next time, though, I think that's about all it.